see.
Here. This one?
Yeah. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. We are. Oh, I have the camera facing the wrong way. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. There. Now you're not looking at a door. Okay. There we go. Cool. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Where's the chat? There you guys are. Yep, they can hear us. Good. Okay. All right. All right, guys. We're live. Yeah, we're live. Got to do the Richard Holdner. Okay. Looks like we got a decent crowd in here.
Okay. This needs tightened up then, and this needs tightened up.
Okay. All right, so today we're going to try and start the Volvo for the very first time. As you guys have been following on the channel, we picked up this car basically just under 4 months ago. And it will be 4 months to the day that we need to have this thing ready for Sick Week 2023, which is taking place in Florida in basically 2 weeks. So yeah, we're definitely coming down to the wire on this one. So the story on this car, it's a 1959 Volvo PV544 that we picked up in the junkyard basically 4 months ago. And the reason that I bought the thing was it was in such good shape, and I didn't believe that it deserved to be crushed, and it had like all the parts inside of it. The glass and everything was sitting inside of it, all the fenders, and a lot of what we actually found out is there was actually parts for 2 cars in the interior of the car. Obviously, somebody was working on restoring the thing, and they ended up. We think that somebody passed away, and their children, just hauled the thing off to the scrapyard, or maybe they're. So somehow it ended up at the junkyard, and. So we thought it deserved saving. These cars are 2,072 pounds from the factory with an iron 4-cylinder and an iron transmission. So we figured this would be a good starting point for a drag and drive build, just because they're already so light from the factory with all the climate control and all the, seats all the way around, heavy, bulky seats, and all that kind of stuff. And when we gut all that out and turn it into a race car, we should be able to lighten it up pretty significantly. Where we ended up on the last live stream was we weighed the car at the very end of the last live stream. I know there's a lot of familiar names there in the comments. I'm sure some of you were there for that. We weighed it, and I was a little discouraged by the weight. It was looking like the thing was going to weigh around 2,800 with driver when we were done with it. Well, we've recently weighed it again, and our estimates were off. It's actually going to be under 2,600 pounds with driver. It'll be right around 2,550 with me in the car. I'm very, very happy to be able to say that. And that's all steel. That's, steel fenders, no, glass in the car, no plexiglass anywhere. So there's definitely room to make the thing lighter in the future if we decide to. Personally, I'd like it to stay all steel and, all you know, the original components just because I think that's cool. But, you know, we're not really hurting ourselves too much by doing that. In fact, I actually weighed all the fenders, grille support, hood, rear fenders, and trunk lid. All of those components added up together. Those are only 133 pounds. So, you know, by putting fiberglass on the car, let's say we could have that, you know, you're only talking about 70, 80 pounds. So it's really, you know, yeah, that's significant. You know, it would be nice to be able to say it was under 2,500, but we'll have to decide if that's what we want to do in the future. So from there, we've swapped a Vortec4200 into the car. This is a 2006 or 2007. I think it's a 2007 actually. It doesn't really matter.
2007.
Yeah, it's a 2007 engine, and we've swapped that into the car. That's sort of our staple here on the Nivlak57 YouTube channel. And what that means is it's got the better head with the larger valves, and it has an 8 counterweight crank, which is not as good, but we've proven them to well over 800 horsepower. It has the 7-tooth crankshaft reluctor, and yeah, so this head is the same head that we've been running on the Datsun, so it has been ported by my dad. We have a set of Schneider reground cams in the thing with our cam installation kits. In fact, let me hop you guys off the tripod and I'll show you guys a little closer. All right. So, yes. Okay, so what we got here, and we got our trusty IGN-1A coils from our friends at Firepower Race Coils. We made this custom intake manifold. I just finished that up. Added a bunch of ports here for the map sensor and the you know, various sensors. We just filled the thing up with water for the first time, and we got a very small leak right here in the radiator. You know, with the amount of custom fabrication on this part or on this car, there's bound to be at least one leak. I'm surprised it wasn't on one of these components here. This guy, I was expecting this guy to leak because when I welded that thing, it was just like spitting and like all kinds of porosity, and so I was totally expecting this one to leak. I was not expecting the nice, you know, 6061 or 5052, whatever it is, you know, clean metal to, you know, non-cast metal to leak. Spark plug wires and, oh, the oil stuff for the turbo feed. So I got all the fittings. Yeah, I got all the fittings. That goes there to there. This, I was thinking bring around this way. And then this goes down there. So, okay, so since the last time you guys saw it, we've gotten all of the wiring done as well. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time on that. I've also added a little bit of extra length to some stuff. This is actually just a, you know, wire that I can run anywhere in the engine bay to measure whatever I might find interesting. So I guess let's move on to the engine management. So also, here's our fancy pants shifter all mounted up. But yeah, I got all the wiring pretty much complete. There's still a couple things I got to wrap up. But for the fuel and spark, we're going to use a Mega Squirt Gold Box, but which we've been using those for quite a while with success. But the variable valve timing it works up until a point with the gold box, but it gets to a certain angle. You know, you command the exhaust camshaft to change angle, but it gets to a point and then it just stops. It's like it loses track of the camshaft, you know, beyond here. I can hear the engine, you know, continue to change the camshaft position. You can hear the idle get rougher, you know, as you add more pulse widths, you know, way over here. But the computer is only saying it stopped here and it stopped moving. And it's anytime you see a number that is like dead solid, that's not like a digital input, like a, you know, 1 or a 0. If you see like a analog input that is just reporting a nice solid number, that's usually not real. Usually it'll bounce around just a tiny bit. You know, there'll be just a little tiny bit of noise. So if you ever see like a value that's like dead solid, it, you know, that usually signifies to me like something stopped communicating or, you know, something's wrong. So because we've had this issue with the gold box, we're actually going to use a Max ECU Mini, which is what this box is, to control the VVT. And that will also be sort of a additional I/O box as well. So
you getting a wide lock of VVT, and our buddies at Monkey Fab are saying you got 2 leaks on the intake manifold.
I got 2 leaks on the intake manifold?
Yeah.
Where are my 2 leaks on the intake manifold?
I don't know,
Okay. He might be, okay. Where are my leaks on the intake manifold? I'm sure he's just playing with us. Okay. So yeah, that, and what's cool about the Max ECU is I can have, it has all sorts of fancy CAN stuff that you can do with it. So I can have it basically pretend that it's a micro squirt and talk to the gold box as if it's a micro squirt. And I can have it send data in between the two, and it can read all the stuff off the gold box. So like if I, you know, say I need TPS for something I want to do on the Max ECU, I can just read it right off the CAN bus. I don't need to, I don't need to, you know, do anything fancy. I don't need to contact Max ECU and say, hey, can you add this feature? I can literally just program the thing to read the inputs from the gold box. Okay, what?
Intake, the incomplete welds there. I think you got a reinforcement flange or a mount for the throttle linkage to go to.
Yeah. What about them?
That may be what he's thinking is the leak.
Let me say the weld stop up on the upper flange area. We don't know if the leak, but
Talking about this guy? Because this is just a little bracket to mount my, of course, you might be talking about like, oh, you're talking about this. Yeah, I welded it from the inside as well. Yeah, I just didn't weld this part because I didn't want to ruin my thread because I wanted to get good thread engagement. Yeah, that was intentional. I welded it on the inside the whole way around. So this is, yeah, yep. Okay, yeah, he was talking about that. That was intentional, yes. No, it's all good. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So you can do all kinds of fancy stuff. So like I have the Max ECU. There's a lot of I/O there that I'm not using. You know, the gold box only has a certain amount of inputs and outputs.
Moose power. What's the prediction for moose power?
Yep. There's only so many inputs and outputs on the gold box, but there's a lot of inputs and outputs now that I have with the Max ECU Mini that I'm not going to be using if I literally only have it controlling VVT. So I can use all the inputs and outputs from that and have them communicate it to the gold box with all the CAN stuff. And I basically just, you know, have the Max ECU go, hey, I'm a micro squirt, and send data, and the gold box goes, okay, micro squirt, thanks, buddy. So you can do all kinds of fancy stuff with the Max ECU. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, you can see we got our nice shifter. It isn't actually hooked up yet, but to start it, you know, we don't really need that. I've also worked on a lot of the chassis wiring, so the wiring kind of wraps up around there and then comes down here and then back through the back of the car. And then we come back, and so I like to run all of my fuel pump fuses and relays as close to the fuel pumps as possible. So I basically pull directly off of the battery, and I want as short and as big, well, you know, not as big. We run 10 gauge wire basically between all that because we want as little voltage drop on our fuel pumps as possible. So I basically have trigger wires that come from up there at the ECUs, they come down, and then they trigger these relays, and I have as short of wiring to and from the fuel pumps. Obviously, I wanted to get them up and out of the way a little bit. You know, I could have probably mounted them down here somewhere, but I wanted to kind of get them away from, you know, where they might get stuff put on them or damage. And the plan is to build a plate here so that when we put luggage and that kind of stuff in the back here, you know, it won't fall on the stuff back here. So yeah, I can show off. Yeah, we got all our wiring. We got our kill switch here. So the fuel system setup on this car is sort of, I've never seen it before. I'm sure somebody's come up with the idea before or maybe done it before, but I guess I'll go through that as well. So this is meant to be a drag and drive car, as I mentioned earlier. And what that means is this car needs to be able to be a good street car and a good race car. And you need good fuel to be able to race the car, obviously. You know, when you're running a turbocharger on a, you know, engine that has 10-to-1 compression and no intercooler, you're going to really want to have good fuel to make that all work. So we have a cell, a fuel tank that is underneath, and that is from a 56 Chevy. Well, it's designed for a 56 Chevy. It's made by a company called Tanks. And then this is our race cell. So we are going to put E85 in this tank, and this will have whatever we can find at the pump. And the switchover part is what I think is a little bit unique. You know, there's lots of guys doing this type of setup, but with this setup, we have a very simple switch between the two. So my supply is, you know, here's the supply from the race tank, comes down here, goes into this Y fitting, into the filter, up, you know, to the front of the car. And then also on this Y fitting, we have a check valve here, and we have the fuel pump from the street tank also going into this Y fitting. But on the return side, we have our flex fuel sensor here, and then we have this little valve here. Now this valve is actually designed, it's a three-way valve. They're designed for like mechanical fuel pumps where you want to just basically loop the return. Well, no, you would loop the supply back into the tank for if you wanted to like disable the mechanical fuel pump. So, but we're using it as a sort of a directional valve for our return. So, okay, Dad's gonna grind for a second. Okay, so our return comes through here, and then it can either go this way into this fitting here, which goes up to our race tank, or it can go down here and return into our street tank. And then you're going to notice we have this little sensor here, this linear position sensor. It's often used for a shock height sensor. And basically, this will get read in by the max ECU, and the max ECU will say, okay, I'm in race, 2 volts, 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 2 volts the race position of this valve, meaning the the return is going back to the race tank. So I will turn on the race fuel pumps that are in here, 1 or 2 of them, depending on how much boost there is. And that will supply the car with E85 or, whatever ethanol-based fuel that we can get into the car. And then when I switch this over into the other position, it will go this way. The max ECU will detect that this valve is in the street position. It will turn off these fuel pumps, and it will turn on the street fuel pumps. And basically, that's all you have to do. You just got to make sure there is fuel in your race tank. And when you get to the track, you just go from street to race. And it's as easy as that. There's no disconnecting fittings or moving things around. There's already check valves on the fuel pumps that are in here. That's why we don't have a check valve on this line. But, the check valves will keep the fuel from flowing back. And, yeah, it's very simple. So, I'm going to have to make sure that, if any noise gets on the sensor and it, you don't want it to accidentally detect that it's in street mode. So I'm going to have a timer based on, it has to see street mode for more than, say 15 seconds. That way, if like we're making a pass and it all of a sudden detects street mode, we don't want it to go into street mode because, it needs to be in race mode. And there's also going to be things where like, if it's in boost, I'm going to have it turn on a race tank, turn on the race tank no matter what, because that is the safest method of operation. If we were on the street and Dad had to get into, a decent amount of boost to like pass somebody, we'd probably want to get ethanol into the car anyways. So, there's going to be a lot of making sure that if this sensor reads the wrong thing when going down the track, we don't want it to like go over to the street setup because that could be very bad. We want as much ethanol in this car as possible. So yeah, but that's details. I also have a nice bulkhead Deutsch connector for the fuel pump setup. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this is all laying out. We actually have some trunk space, which is pretty cool, especially for... Oh, yeah, somebody asked what kind of 3D printer that I have. I have a Prusa Mark III's. I'm still working on the dash, as you can see, but I got a brand new dash pad. Pretty happy with how that's coming out. I gotta put in here, I got my fuel level gauge. It's drag and drive car, gotta have a fuel gauge. Also, it's nice for having that on race cars just because it's no fun to run out of gas, I would know. And
it was Dad's fault, you can say it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, funny story. The very first time that I raced in competition was with my dad's 1960 Studebaker, and he had taken the thing for a drive the previous day and just filled it up with gas. And I made a qualifying pass with the car, and on the return road, the thing was just spitting and sputtering like it was out of gas. And, it actually stalled on the return road. And I'm like, that's weird. It behaves like it's out of gas. And the fuel gauge was also reading empty. But I'm like, oh, well, maybe that just doesn't work. Got back to the pits. And I'm like, this thing acts like it's out of gas. And Dad's like, no, we just filled it. And I was like, okay. And so went up and for my first round of competition ever. Well, no, it wasn't ever. No, I had competed with my Nova. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, go up to for Q1 or not Q1, E1, I guess it would be. And the guy in the other lane was having all kinds of trouble with his car, couldn't get the thing started, couldn't get, the thing running. And then I roll up to the burnout box, try to do a burnout, it stalls. And I couldn't do a burnout. So we're both, just embarrassing ourselves. And yeah, it was out of gas. So I forget. I think he eventually got his car started up, and he ended up going on to the next round because I didn't have gas. So fun. But all right, I talked a lot there. Should probably see if there's any comments. Okay, you're standing right in front of the camera, Mom.
Oh,
like,
sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Okay. All right. John Wilburn says, such clean work. Thanks, John. Appreciate you tuning in. It was fun tuning into the live the other day. If you guys want to go to a fun event, check out the No Name Nationals. John Wilburn has tons of detail around it. Sean Bragg says, think relays should be right by the switch panel so you can hear them click if failure or of relay. Okay, yeah, I mean, with a fuel pump, if the relay isn't coming on, you're going to find out very quickly because the car won't run. So most of my relays are up there by the the computer, so you can detect a failure there. But with a fuel pump, you're gonna find out pretty quick. And they're all 80 amp relays, so we've had good luck with them. So that's just my opinion there. Okay, Huddinge Customs. I think that's our Swede. Is the outside of the race tank not? Yep. Hang on. I'll get to your comment here in a second, Victor. I just wanted to. Is the outside of the race tank not extremely high in the tank? From the looks of it, it might be problematic. Is the outside...
Then you showed where the race
Okay.
were.
No. It's not an external pump. The pumps are in the cell. I think that's what you're talking about. Like the pumps are in the cell, and they pump up and out through the cell.
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, they're in tank. Yeah. Yep. Okay, we got a paid comment. Thanks for the what currency is that? SEK? Is that Swedish? Swedish some sort of Swedish currency. Appreciate the donation there. You make awesome videos. Keep it up. From Victor K. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, Cody says, I don't know if I missed things. Are you doing this for Sick Week? That is correct. We are intending to have this thing completely ready to go for Sick Week 2023, which is in like 2 weeks. So yeah, we got to get moving. We're trying to get the thing started, obviously today, based on the title that you just saw. Okay. One-Eyed Cat says, it would be a pleasure to get stomped by this unit at the No Name Nationals. Yeah, we'll see. We might take, we haven't really decided what we're going to take to the No Name Nationals quite yet. This might be one of them. We'll see.
It's coming.
It probably will be, but yeah, we'll see. JDM Mike says, have you ever looked into FuelTech ECUs? The FT550 in our back half 300ZX has been amazing compared to the Haltech Elite we used to run. I've looked into them, but based on what I've seen in their software, it's not very powerful. Like, it probably does the things that it's programmed to do very well. But if you wanted to do any like custom tables or fancy functions, like that fuel pump thing, you could probably get the FuelTech to do it, but it might be a little more clunky. There's certain, like with the Max ECU, like in my station wagon, I have it so that I can hit the trans brake button, one input into the ECU, trans brake, and I can have it so that that input can control my trans brake, you know, with the bump and everything. Or I can have it so if the car's off and I reach into the car and I just tap my trans brake button, it will turn on my cooling fans and my water pump you know, but only if it's above a certain coolant temperature, and it will latch that in. I don't have to sit there and hold the button. It will latch that in and turn on my fan and water pump, and it will cool the car down to a certain temperature and then shut it off. So I can do, but only if the car's off. You know, I don't want it to do that when the car's on. You know, I want it to warm up in that case. But yeah, there's all kinds of fancy things that you can do with a Max ECU, and from what I can tell, a Fuel Tech can't do that. I do love that the Fuel Tech has the digital dash is the ECU. That's really attractive, but from what I've seen, it's a lot of marketing, and you're not really necessarily getting the state-of-the-art ECU with a Fuel Tech, just from what I've seen. Okay, Codeman Rose says, yes, perfect timing, just jumped on the treadmill and have good content to watch. Let's hear it fire up. Keep up the good work, guys. Well, no getting off the treadmill until it runs. There you go. Of course, we don't want to kill you, but we definitely encourage that. That's a good way to you know, eat up some treadmill time. Robert Taylor says, Calvin, wouldn't a manually adjusted lever painted in bright colors to denote mode of operation be safer, more practical way of switching between tanks?
It's coming.
I mean, I don't, well, we're going to have a bright light in the car that says I'm in race mode or I'm not in race mode. So we'll have that as well. I mean, we're going to have safety modes so that like it'll turn on the E85 if it gets into boost. So it's going to get E85 to the system no matter what. But yeah, a big lever that's got bright paint on it. I don't know if that really would help a whole lot. Just, I don't know. It's,
Well, you gotta put that cable on it at some point.
yeah, at some point I want to put a cable on it that can be reached by the driver. So like if we forgot to change it, the driver can just reach and pull a cable and switch it. But yeah, it's, yeah. Okay. The SEK is Kronos, a Swedish Kronos. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello from Southern California, working on my car. Thanks for the entertainment. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Hello from Pennsylvania. Crazy Foot 490 says, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay. Come on. You're happy, right? Your mom's awesome. It's cool she lends a hand in the shop with you guys. Yes, she is awesome.
Thank you.
Max ECU is also Swedish. Yes, this is a Swedish car with a Swedish ECU. I just, you know, I couldn't put a Fuel Tech in it. That would be sacrilege. And if anybody's asking, this motor is from a Saab, which is also Swedish. This is a Saab motor.
These two are part Swedish.
Because they put these in the Saab 97X, so Swedish.
And these
Yes.
two are Swedish.
We're also, yeah, my
No.
grandfather. Yeah, my great-grandfather emigrated from Sweden. So,
During the Depression.
Ben Dorsum, my friend from high school, says, can a Fuel Tech help your bowling skills? That's a good question.
No.
Probably not. You might be able to MacGyver a way to put a Fuel Tech into a bowling ball and have some sort of thing that changes the center of mass and have it, but I don't know, maybe.
You're bowling, you're not working on the car. We're gonna have an issue.
Okay, are you guys planning to come down to Gainesville in the spring? No, we are not. Well, unless you mean by Gainesville in the winter for Sick Week, But for the challenge, no, unfortunately, we are not. Patrick Culkin says, "Hey Pat, how's it going? Hey Nelson's car is looking great. Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be. Sorry, we're going to miss you at Midwest. We haven't decided if we're going to Midwest or not, but yeah, Pat is one of our friends from
Everything.
yeah, he pretty much everything we participated in.
Landscaped with them,
yeah.
we've dragged wheat with them,
Yeah, so
we've challenged with them.
good friend of ours.
Very good friend.
Quasimodo says, Robert Taylor, how much simpler? Okay, yeah, he's arguing with the other guy. Yeah. Okay, Rickard Fuzzboy Lindahl says, almost missed the live show. Cool runnings. Well, we just started, so.
Cheers.
Okay.
Victor K says, are you using drive-by-wire or throttle or a cable? We're using cable for the moment. I know there's a lot of benefits to doing drive-by-wire, but I don't have the I/O to be able to run a drive-by-wire, maybe someday. Sean Bragg says, are you adding aero? Yes, we want to add a tail wing. We might not be able to get to that before sick week, though. Dudes with wrenches. Saab motor. Yep, all the Swedish heritage. Yep, this is Saab right here. It's not GM, Saab. Saab. Redneck Swede says the weight distribution of these old PVs are close to 50-50. Hope it doesn't go full-on wheelie machine when it sticks on the line. Yeah, we actually, the distribution is looking like 52%? 51% rear, based on, this setup. So, yeah, that's definitely encouraging to see as well. Yeah, the wheelie stuff, we'll have to sort that out, Dad. I think it'll probably do a small wheelie, but we got adjustable coilovers in the front, and they don't have a lot of travel, so they should help keep it on the ground. But we'll sort that all out when we get there. We're really not making enough power to power wheelie it, I would think. Okay, we'll see. Okay, Sean Bragg says, what do you think of Link ECU? I based on their display at PRI last year, not last year, but the year before, I wasn't super impressed, but based on what Evan from Evan's Tuning said, he's tuned everything under the sun. If you guys haven't seen the episode of the Sloppy Mechanics podcast, his radio show, his most recent one, which we're actually going to be on his next one, but his most recent one he had with Jeff Evans of Evans Tuning, and he talked very, very highly of the Link ECU, so I think I need to go back and revisit. Based on their demonstration at PRI 2 years ago, I wasn't super impressed, but maybe they've added stuff. I'll have to go back and look.
Didn't do them any favors.
Well, yeah, their salesman wasn't very good either. He was just like, I don't know, like, what do you want it to do? And like,
it's silver.
yeah, he was just like, he couldn't answer any of my questions, and it was just like, okay, well, cool. Okay, Tooth in M9 Paste says, what other cars are those engines in? Okay, they came in a lot of stuff. It's all basically the Trailblazer chassis. So they came in Chevrolet Trailblazer. They came in the Saab 97X. They came in the Buick Rainier. They came in the Oldsmobile Bravada.
No,
No.
Bravada's had the 4.3s.
No, I think it's Bravada. They came in Saab 97X, the Isuzu Ascender. Just look it up.
On the wiki.
Yeah, it's on the. Well, it's not on the wiki actually. It's on Wikipedia though. But basically, Trailblazer stuff. But they only came in Saabs for this car. Just so you, yeah. Okay. Kevin England says, would the Max ECU Pro be a potential simpler and or safer option for a dual fuel car since it has a 16 injector output? My thought is to have 2 independent fuel systems. I mean, if you're okay hopping between the two, it really, you're not losing anything with this setup. A Max ECU Pro is like, I think they're like $3,800, whereas with this setup, I'm gonna have,
You're right.
I mean, the,
yeah, Oldsmobile Bravada was, yep, Bravada, yep, okay.
light
Yeah, with this setup, we're gonna have probably like $1,500 in the engine management, which we don't have that in it. We, have got a couple parts on, secondhand and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But if you were to buy new, you would only have like $1,500 in engine management. So if you're okay unplugging from your one ECU and plugging into the other one for, when you have to tune certain things and have to tune other things, you can share all the data between the two. It's not like you have to run redundant sensors on one, and they can talk to each other, and it's like they're one ECU. And that's the other thing. I actually have a plug here that's already set up for. At some point, we'll probably add some sort of staged injection to this car, and I'd like to put some injectors here on the intake manifold. And I've actually already set up a plug there so that I can have the Max ECU control a secondary fuel setup. So yeah, it's definitely a simpler option if you use a Max ECU Pro, but at close to triple the price, I think I would side with something like this. Okay, JDM Mike says, what rear tires are you planning on running? We have a set of 275 60 R15s on the car, and that is what we plan to race with. The deal for real says, how much boost and plans? The plans are probably about 19 pounds of boost, which should be...
How much boost? Never enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're more looking for an ET goal. So we want the car to go 8s for sick week, and eventually would like it to go 7s. So whatever boost that takes. I can tell you that 19 pounds of boost on this ported head, that made 760 something. I think it was 763 is what it made.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So yeah, at the wheels. Okay. Yeah. Rick Workman says built not bought. Nice build, Dad and son. Thank you. Mom helped too. Yeah, Mom helped too. Yeah.
I helped you.
Yeah, Mom has helped a lot.
You could show them the parts she made.
Yeah, Rick Fuzzboy Lindahl says, we got all the PVs here. Maybe a stick 97X engine in my S10. Okay, cool. Yeah. 97X engines are... There we go. We need to start a hashtag, 97X engines. Boosted Gringo says, what are you using to route your wire and keep it in order and clean? I just use this stuff. It's just braided sleeve So I just, you put this over top of the wire and then you shrink sleeve the ends and yeah, that's what I use. Calvin, that's exactly what I meant. Like a bonnet release, the bright color was in relation to keeping, it was to being able to see it clearly in the event of a fuel leak accident for both the driver or emergency services. I mean, you wouldn't really need to see the position of that valve in like an emergency. I mean, that the emergency crew shouldn't really care about that. Like if it's on fire, they, whether that valve is in one position or another, they're just gonna be going for fire.
We'll put an inertia wire brake in it, similar to what they do in cars that get in accidents, and they'll shut the fuel pumps off. But we'll get to that soon.
Yeah, that valve doesn't really care if it's, that valve is just for racing. So, yeah. DeReed says, Calvin, do you think you'll ever get that 5-cylinder growl from the 3.5, 3.7 Atlas? Love the Volvo and good luck with Sick Week. Yeah, we'll probably do a 5-cylinder at some point. We've talked about it.
Yep.
They don't really have, if you're doing drag racing, I'd like to have the extra cylinder and no balance shafts. So I'd rather have a 6-cylinder. If you're doing land speed racing, I'd rather have the 6-cylinder because it is right under the E class. E, right?
Yep, and the 4-cylinder.
And the 4-cylinder is right under the F class limit. So you would want to use a 4 or a 6-cylinder in land speed racing. So the 5-cylinder is sort of like, in between the two. It would be cool to do one just as a, sort of a one-off kind of thing, but they don't really meet Dad's or my goals. I'd rather have a 6-cylinder. I like the way they sound, and I'd rather spread the load across 6 cylinders and not have balance shafts. But
there's parts being developed that we may help.
Yeah. So Sean Bragg says, so what's power prediction? We want to make like, I think it was
2,000.
Yeah, no. I don't have my phone because my phone is live streaming. Yeah. I was going to tell you what the goal was, but it's like mid 700 horsepower is what we need to go. No, it was 650 something is what we need to go in 8. And that's our goal right now. We'll probably add methanol when we want to go 7s. Okay, the Gearhead Chico says, your dad did an awesome job porting that head. Flowed good in the Datsun. Yes, that head definitely did good. Okay, so assuming the car weighs 2,600 pounds with driver, in order to go an 890, it needs to make 688 crankshaft horsepower. So 688 times 0.85. So our goal right now is to make 584 wheel horsepower because we'd like to go 8s with the car. And then to go we'll see. To go a 7, which will be our long-term goal, we need 1,008 crankshaft horsepower. So that's going to be right around 850 wheel. 1,008 times 0.85, so 856 horsepower. So that is our horsepower goals.
Okay, I'm thinking something like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We'll tuck it all in, but you get the idea.
Okay. Scott Timpany says, you are the man. Thanks. Can't do it without my mom and dad, and a lot of other folks have been helping us out. So, yep, thanks. Boosted Gringo says, meaning initially before sleeving them. What are... Oh, to keeping them, okay. I just use like zip ties. So Boosted Gringo asked, how do you keep the wires in order, like meaning where they need to go in the car, you know, different branches. So I use like zip ties to kind of keep everything separate, and then I sleeve everything. And yeah, that's how I do it. And then you just cut all the zip ties off when you're ready to sleeve it.
What's yours?
Okay. Rick Workman says, sorry, Mom, I apologize for not including you.
It's okay.
Okay, so okay, I need to go get the can so that we can pre-lube the engine, so I'm going to go get that. Do you want to mic up?
Yes. You find that, you talk to him, I'll be right back.
Oh, you're going to get the...
No, I'll be right
Okay,
back.
okay.
Or I can.
Oh, I can go get it, it's fine.
It's raining.
Okay, so, okay. Yeah, Scott Timpany says, I think it's great that your mom and dad are actively involved in your activities. Nice family. Thanks. Yeah, we can't do it without them. So, Boosted Gringo says, wiring my 4G Fox, and wiring is my worst skill. Yeah, it's definitely something that takes practice to get good at. I know a lot of people are like all into the concentric twist and that kind of stuff. I can't get into that. I've watched some of the videos on like how to do that from, is it Speed Factory that does them? And I just can't, or Speed Academy, that's what it is. I just can't, like that just takes way too much time, and you end up, you know, all the Tefsel wiring and that kind of stuff. Like you can get $15,000 wrapped up into a wiring harness, you know, no ECU, nothing, just $15,000 into a wiring harness. Like I can't wrap my head around that. Like, I mean, if you're doing NASCAR, I get it. Like you gotta have like NASA grade stuff, because if you have a wiring failure and you lose the Daytona 500, that's stupid. That shouldn't happen. So I totally get, you know, guys doing it for stuff like that, but this is just a race car. Like if we've never had wiring problems like ever. But you know, it just, I don't know. I don't really understand why people think they need to go to that level. I know there's some people that say like running screw terminals. Like on my fuse box, I have little screw terminals to hold, oh, thanks. I have little screw terminals to hold the wires on my fuse box. And there's some guys that say like, oh, those will vibrate loose and you'll have all sorts of issues and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know. People just seem to like find excuses to spend money on stuff. So yeah, I don't really understand that. Okay, Robert Taylor says, don't get me wrong, mate. I think it's a trick idea. I honestly do. I just looking at it from different angles. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I mean, we'll have a light in the car that says, hey, I'm in race mode, so the driver can double check before he makes a pass that it is in race mode. We're gonna have...
You put an R on the light. I wanted a Batman sign.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice LED in the car that's gonna say, I'm in race mode. And a friend of ours is like, you need to put a big R on the LED so that it.
Wouldn't a Batman sign be cool on that? Come on.
Yeah.
Work with me.
So we have.
Pressure on Calvin.
We have that as a fail-safe. You know, the driver can double check before he makes a pass. You should really be keeping an eye on the flex fuel sensor as it is, just because, you know, when we do the switch over, I'm sure every time it's going to be like a, you know, okay, turn the dash on, there, okay, there's the flex fuel. So we're going to be pretty careful about it. The part that I like is you don't have to break any fittings loose and, you know, forget to tighten anything. And we're also going to have the fail-safe of if it gets into boost at all, it's going to kick on the race pumps, whether the valve is in either position. So we'll have that as a fail-safe as well. Worst case, we make a pass and the return is going into the street tank. And we have to, our ethanol content would be a little bit lower just because we're still going to have the street pump pumping pump gas into the system, so we'd have a little bit lower, but that would be our absolute worst case scenario is we're running all 3 fuel pumps at once and we're getting a little bit more, a little bit more pump gas into the system. But yeah, I think it's a pretty foolproof system.
Come on, where's the love for the Batman?
Yeah, I'm an engineer. Both my dad and I are engineers, so I tend to overthink stuff a little bit. Which, yeah, I'm like that's kind of what's fun to me. Like coming up with, oh well, what if this happens? 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 It's like, okay, what if like it's a lightning storm and there's a tornado and it's also snowing and
young female golfer out on the course.
Yeah, and you forgot to change the valve on the fuel system. You know, it's like it's yeah. I don't know. I got that affliction, so.
Not from me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab says hello, everybody. How's it going, Dr. Art?
And say hello to your wife too.
Yep.
For me.
Yep. Say hi to your wife from all of us, especially Mom. Skid Valve says, you guys make me want to throw one of these in my drift car. Do it. Do it. Okay, Sean, okay. Okay, Scott Timpany says, I joined late. Did you fire it up? And was it cool as heck? We have not fired it up yet. My dad is wiring up the oiling system for the turbo at the moment, and then I will pre-lube it, and we need to make a set of spark plug wires, and then we need to flush the fuel system and load a tune, and I think we're ready to start. So yeah, we're close. Probably like half an hour to an hour. Probably an hour. We'll have it started. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Shop. Do you guys need a pit stop in Nashville on the way to Sick Week?
Not going that way.
I don't think. Yeah, we're not going that way. Yeah, we're going down 95.
Unless there's, I heard something like there was a lot of construction down 95.
We're still not going to Nashville.
Okay, well, I just wondered if anybody
Yep.
knew
No,
about that.
thank you for the offer.
Appreciate the offer, but that's a little bit out of our way. So, Michael Blacktree says, I think some people just like to nitpick. Hey, it's all good. I mean, that's part of engineering. I get it every single day at work. It's, you know, that's part of the process. It's all good. Robert Taylor, yeah, he's laughing at me. Thumbs up, okay. Not yet, so you didn't miss it. Oh, okay, yeah, he's talking to Scott. Yep, engineers are definitely an odd lot. Yep.
Hey,
Okay, Dr. Arts, Mrs. Art says hello.
Yay!
Are they coming back to the No Name this year?
Yeah, you guys coming back to the No Name, Miss Dr. Art? Okay, Karen Ashcraft says, have you ever done aluminum brazing to weld together intercooler pipes? No. I've never even heard of that. Sean Bragg says, Extreme 9000 plug boots. Not sure what you're referring to there, buddy. Dr. Art says, yes, they are planning to go to the No Name Nationals.
Great.
We'll excited to see you guys there again. Hopefully we have a little more success this year. We'll certainly be a lot more tested, so
nobody will be recovering from COVID.
yeah, or at least we hope. Gypsy J Rides says, did your mom know your dad was a hot rodder when they met? Yes. Yes, because my dad actually was he was a roommate to my mom's brother, my uncle, and they used to do hot rodding stuff, and that's how my mom and dad met.
She went on a date. I did donuts. That was it. I had her.
Yeah.
He made me laugh.
Thoughts on rotary engines? I think they're neat. They look like they're a lot of work.
They sound like crap.
I think they sound really cool.
They sound like crap.
Yeah. Michael Blacktree.
Quality system's done.
Okay, so I'm gonna start.
Okay,
fresh-
you need to mic me.
Yeah.
That way when I bang my fingers, I can say certain words in the favor of everybody. Do you know how long these need to be?
You'll have to figure one out and then
Okay.
duplicate. They're like, I mean, it'll be a total of like something like that, but
didn't know whether you had a length.
no, I don't.
Well, once you have one length, are they all the same?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
There's only 6 of them.
Okay. Hey, folks from Wales, United Kingdom.
Nice.
Nice. Where's everybody from? We haven't asked yet. It's
Favorite question.
Yep. Okay. He says, nice build. What quarter mile times are you hoping for? Eventually, I'd like this thing to go 7s in the quarter mile. But first time out, if we get into the 9s, I'm going to be happy. If we get into the 8s, I'm going to be really happy.
350s in the 8, 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, blowing away our comments. Okay, we got Ernie Brink. We got Indiana, Ohio, Sealy, Texas. We got Indiana, Sweden. Hey, Sweden. We got Washington. We got Tulsa. We got Walnut Cove, North Carolina. Central Florida.
Wow.
Maryberry, North Carolina. Canada, Orlando. Daytona Beach, Florida. Sun City, Rahway, okay.
Yeah,
New
that's
Jersey.
up in Jersey.
Okay. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Jets Atkinson, UK. Okay, wow.
U.S. Virgin
U.S. Virgin Islands. Wow. Maryland, Alabama, Baltimore, Maryland, Central PA. We're neighbors. Okay, cool. Toy Box Garage,
One-eyed
says
cat.
East Tennessee. Yeah, he's
Is that
no
the guy
name.
with the Oldsmobile?
I don't know, but he's a no-name guy.
Yeah, I think he had the Olds.
Jez.
He went to the final in the small town.
Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, Jez Atkinson's his name. He just said UK. Okay, I thought Jez Atkinson was a place. Okay, sorry. We got Melbourne, Australia. All right, we got an Aussie in the house. Okay, you don't get offended by me calling this the Ameri-Barra, do you? People are silly.
Colorado.
Denver, Colorado, Hot Springs, Arizona, Ohio.
That's Arkansas.
Yeah, Kevin's actually, we met him at Midwest.
That's
he's,
Arkansas, honey.
Oh, that's Arkansas? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know my abbreviations. Yeah, Kevin England. We met him at Midwest Drags. He's doing 4200 build. Ameri-Barra, there you go. Okay, yeah, he doesn't get offended. Good. There's some people that get offended when I call this thing the Ameri-Barra. They're like, oh, it's not a Barra. It's a, you know, it's a...
You're being nice when you say they get offended.
Yeah, they just get so stupid. It's like, okay, like, it's very similar to the Barra.
It's like they're having a calf or something.
Yeah, it's like a very similar engine to the Barra. They have almost the same deck height, almost the same stroke, almost the same bore.
Oh.
Like, well, I shouldn't say almost the same. They're like within 30 thousandths on all of these dimensions. Deck height, bore, stroke. They got
Number of cylinders.
dual overhead cams. Barra has dual VVT. I'll give them that. You know, they're just very similar engines, and they have very similar capabilities. You know, with stock bottom end. It's just, I don't know. People are silly.
Where's the wires?
They're in a
that
box
box?
that
That looks like a box.
got Volvo on it.
Like box.
All right, we got Liddyville, Louisiana. Liddyville. Never heard that one. That's a fun name. I probably pronounced it wrong too.
Did you get the
Roger
Sweden?
Edson. Yep, he just said Sweden-Barra. Yep. My local U-Pull-It yard seems to have a fair amount of 4200s. Thinking about picking one up. Yep, you should. They're good engines. Okay. So, whenever we start engines for the first time, we like to pre-lube them, meaning pressurize the oiling system with oil and make sure that all the bearings and everything are lubricated before we start it the first time. So I'm going to work on that.
You need a lot. Yay.
Yay!
You got the lubricant for this stuff?
I think it's next door. Of course, it might be over here still.
Itty bitty blink and you miss a town, kind of like Buck, Pennsylvania.
Littleville.
Yep, the local U-Pullets have definitely got a lot of 4200s, and if you want to buy them and bring them, we'll pay for them. I'm a Ford guy, but I like the 4200. We'd get along very well. We have 2 Fords with them and a third one on the way.
Yeah, where's
Okay,
the
push
AM wrenches?
platform that doesn't yet have
AM.
backing
Yes.
from the aftermarket support. Yeah, we're starting to see that aftermarket support starting to build.
got a mic?
Yeah,
Okay, is it on?
yeah.
Yes.
should be.
Okay, I just want to make sure they can hear you.
They can hear me, right? You guys can. Batman, yes.
That was over there.
Tell Calvin I want a Batman sticker on the
No, I
on
want
the race.
Oh, the AM
light.
wrenches. Yeah, these.
We can hear you. Very good.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna get back to work before he sees me slacking.
Batman.
Is this the one you roll with? Yeah, I like that. That works good.
Yeah, I like them.
Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. All right. And do you prefer this
Oh,
kind or this kind?
Dave Cameron is from upstate New York,
This.
but he's in Arizona right now.
What part of upstate New York?
And another
All right, we got another Swede.
And their best friend. Adam.
Well, that stinks. All right, so we're gonna have to roll with these then. You good with that?
Yeah, that's what I use on the other stuff.
All right, just making sure. All right, so we gotta make wires, do the oil,
Yeah.
prime it with oil, then flush the fuel system. All right, guys, you just heard the list of stuff to do. Start throwing some predictions on start time.
Yeah, and we got a load of tune,
Got a load of tune, okay?
which that'll take a little bit.
More fun to the 3700, just exhaust note. Yeah, one of these days we'll try one of those, but it's
Yeah.
right now business is driving going with the 6-cylinder.
Yeah. Where's the funnel? You had the funnel that I need.
Oh, Mama's got it.
Okay, where'd you put the funnel, Mama?
Oh,
The funnel. Not the funnel cake, the funnel.
The funnel.
Yeah. The one.
What
the orange-
funnel are
the
you?
red one that. The red one that Dad was using to put coolant in the car.
where's your tool that you made for the spark
I
plug?
didn't have any funnels.
Oh, you shouldn't need it, but
But-
these actually.
I can go next door.
I don't know where it is, but
Okay, I thought it was over there. But
yeah, you shouldn't need it. You.
Okay.
I'm able to do it.
I'm not nearly as talented.
Yeah, where's. Okay. So you should have ends on the one side of the wire. Where are all the wires? Oh, there they are. Yeah, so here's your one end.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of familiar with the process.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were using these. Yeah, so. Okay, work on that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Adam West Batman. Yeah, I like Adam West Batman. That one's the best.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Everything else is.
Batman. Okay. I'm a high horsepower Barra owner as well. Okay, very cool. How much horsepower are you making, Robert? Chris Yanez says, I feel like the 4200 would be a great modern replacement for 60 C10 with column shift. Yes, it would be.
This works?
Nope, it's the.
I didn't have any funnels.
Okay, well, Dad had the funnel that I need.
The little red one
Yeah, the little red. Oh,
should
here it
be
is.
right there.
That's the one we need because it's the one that fits in the.
Yeah, I was done with it, so I put it over here to take it back to where it had to go.
Thanks, Mom. Okay. Would you mind going over the engine and trans specs again? Yeah, that's fine. Let me just find the oil real quick, and then I can go over it again while I'm
Right
dumping
there
oil.
or right there.
Yeah, it's the VR1, wherever that went. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So what is in the car right now is a 2006 Vortec4200 that has been, it's a stock bottom end, and we took the head off of it, and we pulled the rods and pistons out of it and gapped the rings to 30 thousandths on the top and bottom ring. And other than that, it is stock bearings and everything. And then it has a head that has been ported by my dad on it with some Schneider Racing reground camshafts and some Crowler valve springs and the cam installation kit that we sell. It has some head studs in it as well. All the details for that kind of stuff is on the wiki, so just search Vortec4200 wiki on Google, and it's usually the first link. And yeah, I think that's basically it. We have a 72 millimeter turbo that's going to be feeding it, and a Artec Performance exhaust manifold, which you guys should definitely go check that out as well. Artec just started selling manifolds for this engine. And then the transmission is a foot brake turbo 400. So it's a Ford pattern turbo 400 with a manual valve body and shift kit, I assume. Yeah.
Sorry, George,
I have the,
I
hang on.
No tacos today.
I have the crimping tool. So here, let me go get. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, guys, because I have the fancy tool to be able to crimp those with.
Robert Taylor says 578 kW all-wheel drive. 578 kW. Do you hear me, honey?
Yes.
Oh, do you know what that is? Kilowatt?
Hold on. 570, I gotta see it.
Robert Taylor.
Okay, I don't see the 578.
Here, I'll show you. Right here.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that. No tacos, not yet. If we get this thing fired up, we're going for Mexican tonight. Tabletop, home made, fresh made guacamole.
Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Larger diameter, that is correct. The 3800 is, and so is the 2900. The 4200 would be similar to the 3500 and the 2.8 for the piston size. Okay. I figured, researched it, but wasn't positive. Okay, that must be, oh, there we go. One quick question. So, previous video of yours where you machined the Subaru. Yeah, the Subaru piston has the same bore size as the 4200, so it would match the 3500 and the 2.8, but it won't match the 3700 or the 2.9. All right. Wow, fancy. I gotta figure out how to use this thing. Nice. All right, I need the grease and whatnot. That's nice.
Dave Cameron says, I have Oh, well then,
Okay, now they can hear us. Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic back
did
on.
you hear what I said?
They didn't hear anything you just said, Mom.
Well, that doesn't matter, they can read. Dave Cameron says I have a two Trailblazers, the 4200, my daily driver, and a 2007. I want to build,
There it is.
for a Jeep.
No, that's not it.
Cool.
Let's do him.
Yep, that's very cool. There's a lot of people that swap them into Jeeps. Somebody asked about the Subaru pistons. I heard that on my way in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work on the 3700, but it would work on the 3500. Yeah, they're EJ20 stroker pistons, but they're oversized pistons. They're 93 millimeter pistons. So, yeah, and you gotta, you gotta shave them. Which, for most people, probably would be better to just contact Weisco and see if they can do a custom piston. But I wanted an off-the-shelf piston because I wanted to get them in a timely manner.
It's from New York.
Oh, okay.
All right, I gotta go to the trailer.
Okay.
I couldn't find the electric grease, so.
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
The what?
That dielectric grease. Did it go in the trailer or
That's
something?
what I'm thinking.
What's it look like?
It's like a
Looks
tube
this,
and it
blue,
says
and it
dielectric.
dielectric grease.
I don't know if it's blue. I think it's gray.
What's it look like?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna run the trailer.
All right. I am dumping. Yeah, it's a stock head gasket. Yeah. Yeah, Tony's says, is it a stock head gasket? Yes, that is correct. This thing always takes forever to fill up. But it's pretty mindless, so. Perfect job for me. Right, Mom?
What?
I said it's pretty mindless. Perfect job for me, right?
You said it.
Yeah.
Were you looking for this yesterday?
No.
But it's yours.
Yeah, it is mine. Okay. John Wilburn says, are you getting ready to make some joyful noises? Yes, we are getting ready. I'm working on pre-lubing the engine at the moment. That's definitely something we like to do on any engine. Just like a old school engine where you make a tool or buy a tool that hooks up to your oil pump that goes through the distributor hole. Unfortunately, you can't do that on these engines because the oil pump is driven right off the front of the crankshaft. So it's just like you would do with an old school engine. We like to pre-lube the engines, but we use a pressure pot like what is I'm dumping oil into right now. And basically that uses pressurized air from the air compressor and pushes oil into the engine and pressurizes all of the passages and just gets oil everywhere it needs to go so that you're not starting the engine up dry. Robert Taylor says 2010 Ford Territory Turbo S2 running hybrid ZF 6 HP 26 6R80 trans and transfer case. Circle D converter. Did he ever say how much power he was making? Robert Taylor?
Don't know.
All right.
Yeah, 800 plus.
Okay.
He's aiming for 800.
Oh,
plus. He
aiming
said
for 800 plus.
That
Okay.
was on the dead stock motor, just springs and oil pump, aiming 800 plus on the new motor.
Yeah. What fuel will you use? We are going to use E85 on this car, or some mixture of ethanol and gas.
For the race.
Yep. We are not using C16 or Q. Stevie Barnalace says, that's a sick PV500. Much love from Pomona, California. Thank you. It's I think it's one of the cooler PVs that I've ever seen. I mean, I've done a lot of Googling on different race PVs, Volvos, and yeah, I'm definitely a fan of this car. Not trying to toot my own horn. I'm really a fan of how this thing has come out. There's a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot. There's a couple PVs out there that are race cars, and I like this one.
In the trailer.
That's not.
I know. You were looking for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is it in your travel kit for the Dragon drives?
Maybe. I mean, I wanted to put it in there because I know it was like.
Don't tell me Mom got to it. There it is. Mom, you hit it.
I just put it away.
Okay.
Taylor says current 578 KW all-wheel drive.
Okay, 578. So what is that in American? How much HPs is that?
Where'd my feet go?
Isn't it 1.6 times 568 is...
No, I want this seat. It's nice and
So,
soft
like-
and cushy.
Yeah, I'm torn.
That's like 900 horsepower-ish.
Just clear it off. I'll
That's
use it.
that's impressive. 900 horsepower all-wheel drive. That's making some steam. Okay. Sean Bragg says, what methanol? Just M1 is what we'll run at some point.
Sorry, bud.
I wish I knew where to get E85 around here. So many cornfields, nowhere to get E85 in 100 plus miles, as far as I know.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
Who was it?
I don't know. Is
Time management, Pro Nelson. Yep, and you got 10 minutes, do a 10-minute job.
Ed Boy. That's who it was. 785. Okay, I was off. Yep, Andrew Time Management Pro Nelson. That's my dad. 775. Okay, I did the math wrong. So is that stock bottom end, Robert? Or Barra? Is that a stock bottom end, Barra?
Oh, I gotta stop doing that, huh?
Okay, so I'm about to
They're for
pressurize the
fuel
oiling
injection.
system.
things.
With my pressure pot.
Yeah, we don't need them on this car.
Air compressor is on. I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah, you want to run the hose from next door?
Yeah. I was just gonna run the air compressor. It shouldn't take all that much air, but
Yeah, but we've got 75 foot of hose here. Just run it next door in case it gets... Oops, sorry about that. What are you suggesting here? What are you saying? I'm fat? Sheesh, killing me. We have company. Okay. All right, where are we at? Focus will give me headache. Uh-oh. Did we do something?
yeah, just hold on a second. Looks fine to me.
Maybe you meant something else. Well, he says the camera.
All right, I'm not familiar with this kind, Calvin.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Did you get Michael Blacktree? He said that 578 kW equals 175 horsepower.
Okay. Something I'm curious is, as you pressurize the oiling system in your turbo, how much freer does it spin? How much more free? So, you can see we have zero pressure on the system at the moment, and it spins decently well. So, oh, we have no oil filter. Hang on.
Do you need this oil filter?
Yep,
Okay.
right now. Quick, quick, quick.
I'm doing it.
Quick, quick, quick. I forgot to put the oil filter on, guys.
Again?
I wondered why there was an oil filter there.
It's okay, it's only a little. Okay.
That's good, it's only a little. Clean that out.
Okay. Alright. It's only a couple teaspoons.
Tablespoon.
Okay. I don't know what the difference is, but.
3 teaspoons in a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Oh, sorry.
Mom. Okay, so let's try that again.
Trained professional.
Just got to make it look dramatic for the camera. Okay, so I got 70 pounds roughly of pressure going on to my pressure pot. So it's going to slowly pressurize my oiling system. We should see pressure come here on my gauge here. And so here is non-pressurized. You can see how freely this spins. So I want to see when we throw lubricant at this thing, does it spin for longer? Because I've always wondered. you know, when the engine's running, this thing's going to have exhaust gases going through it and spinning the thing, so you can't really like sit there and spin the thing. So I'm curious. Okay. Yep. So now we got a filter on there. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys back on the stand. How are we doing on battery life?
A couple of teaspoons goes a long way.
Yeah. Okay, we're 58%. So we're good. Okay, so still nothing on the gauge.
Does it matter if you're radiant or something?
No. So we're just waiting for oil to push into the engine. And we're going to keep an eye for leaks.
Mind the way of the camera?
No, you're fine. All right, so.
So yes, what they missed.
Okay, how's it going?
You gonna
What
tell
did
them
I
about all the
miss?
burnouts we just did?
Yeah, Brendan Camp just tuned in. We haven't, we've,
We said hello to everybody
Yep.
and they told us where they're from.
yeah, we said hello to everybody, and I went over the basic setup on the car, and yeah, so you haven't missed much.
Other than the Batman symbol debate on the...
Yeah. Yeah, the great Batman debate of 2023. I wish I had each of yours, pal. I wish I har each of yours, pal.
I wish I had each of yours.
How much power did it make? We haven't made power with it yet. So, 0 horsepower.
Yeah.
But it's not broken.
Yep. All right, still no pressure on our turbo regulator.
Turbo oil feed regulator.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first step.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We don't even have drive shaft, so it
Yeah.
can go
Yep.
anywhere.
Unfortunately. Yeah, drive shaft's supposed to get here tomorrow, so. Yeah, which we're partnering with Universal Drive Shaft out of Tampa Bay, Florida. So
He says,
keep an ear out for that. We'll have a discount code coming up in the next video. So if any of you are in the market for a drive shaft, we'll be working with them. So it would be nice of you to use our discount code, but we don't have that quite yet. So, but details coming. Still no pressure. Makes you appreciate how long it takes to pressurize the oiling system.
it's like,
Well, if they watched the last video, they'd understand why.
hey,
right?
Scott Bride.
Yep. Scott
Hey,
Fry,
bud, how you
looks
doing?
Good. Tell us a joke, Scott.
No, don't get mom started.
Oh, why not?
Mom. She has the corniest jokes. Go ahead, Mom. Tell them the jokes.
You know them.
No, I don't. I don't remember them.
Okay,
No.
what did the one pig say to the other pig on Valentine's Day? You know the answer?
Don't go baking my heart.
Don't go baking my heart.
Scott just had coke shoot through his nostrils onto the keyboard.
Yeah.
And now I can tell that to his son.
Yep. Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's obviously the more people that use our discount code, the more they'll be willing to work with us in the future. So appreciate that, guys. help us help you. Phil Bethhauser says, that's a very cool build. The Volvo is sweet, unique car. Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Still no pressure.
Well, someone says cycle starter with oils unplugged. What's that mean?
Cycle. Yeah, they just want us to crank it on the starter. Yeah, I like actually pressurizing it before we spin the engine over. So it's just my opinion.
Does it have oil in it?
We're putting it in it right
That's
now.
putting it in.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's sending it through all the bearings and cams and all the passageways first, so that they have oil in them and they're all happy. And then, yeah. Calvin, I'm sure you've been asked this before. I've always been curious. What has the initial drive to push you to use the Ameri-Barra? Well, I have always liked inline 6 cylinders, and my first car. Oh, here comes the jokes, Mom. Here comes the jokes.
What
Here,
does
we'll
a
do his joke
farmer
first.
use?
What does a farmer use to count cows? I don't know. What does a farmer use to count cows?
A calendar?
Oh, a calendar. I bet that, yeah, a calendar.
A calendar?
Maybe? No? Well, why would it be a calendar?
I don't know. It's a guess.
I thought you had a legitimate guess. Okay.
That
What
was
is
a
the
guess.
actual
That
answer?
was a legitimate guess.
Well, why would they use a calendar to count cows?
I don't know.
A calculator. There you go.
Send help. Dad needs help.
Well, calculator. Okay.
Okay, see that? Okay.
There we go.
Okay, what did the farmer give his wife for Valentine's Day?
Go ahead.
This is
Tell your
painful.
joke. Hogs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses. There's your farmer joke, Scott.
Still no pressure.
What engine management?
Okay, let me tell the story of how we got into the 4200 first. Okay, so I got into the 4200 because I've always liked inline 6 cylinders because I like the way that they sound. I had a 64 Chevy Nova that had a 250 inline 6 in it. That was my first sort of hot rod. And that sort of, that's how I fell in love with 6 cylinders. And I was in the process of hopping up that 250 inline 6. I was going to put a supercharger on the thing, and the whole time that I was doing that and documenting it on forums and stuff, everybody was like, you need to mess with these engines, which is the Vortec4200. But at the time I was messing with it, these things were still very expensive. So we didn't mess with them. At that point, we weren't even doing LS stuff, let alone 4200s. So a couple years later, I got through college and finally pulled the trigger. At that time, they started to become very inexpensive. Picked up my first one for $100, 60,000 mile engine, and swapped it in my Studebaker, and that is how I got into the 4200s. Kind of what got me off my butt to do the 4200 in my Stud was Mighty Car Mods did a video on a Barra powered Cresta that they built, a Toyota Cresta, and when I saw that video, I'm like, I need one of these high power 6 cylinders, turbo 6 cylinders in my life. And that kind of got me off my butt. And the funny part is the Toyota Cresta that sort of inspired all of this is going to be at Sick Week in 2 weeks. And we are going to be competing with the car. So, all right, what's your silly joke?
Okay, well, why don't cows have feet? Scott asked.
I've heard this one before. I forget what the answer. He told us this one before. Yeah, I forget what the answer was.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't there.
Why don't cows have feet?
Yep. Yep. Send in the chopper. Dad needs evac.
I need what?
You
Yeah.
need evac.
Thank you for your sympathy.
Yeah. Sean Bragg says, sure you're not getting pressure causing, you're just pushing a bubble. No, it's just, it's thick oil and it's cold. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to get up into the engine. It'll get there. Give it time. Probably take a couple minutes. Yeah, Benny's Cresta. That's the car I'm talking about. Yep. That car is sort of what got me inspired to finally do one of these engines. So, yeah, and he's going to have it at Sick Week, and hopefully we can, you know, have something for him.
Mano a mano.
Yep. I mean, obviously, we haven't been able to test at all with this car. So we're going to be kind of working our way up to making the thing fast, whereas they've had, you know, years of time, you know,
You
perfecting.
could do something while you're standing there looking pretty. Oops, sorry.
You got the links?
Hope so.
Okay.
Because they're all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're not, oh boy.
Okay. Yep. Cheers, mate. Yep. Yeah, the Barra was a big inspiration. So everybody that thinks I'm hating on Barras, it's like, no. I did these because I wanted a Barra. You know, everybody's gets offended when we call them Ameri-Barras, and it's like, well, it's because I'm, you know, such a big fan.
So, did it work?
Of course it worked.
Did you have doubts? Thanks for the vote of confidence, hon.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
No, you don't. Click.
Nice. And then where's the post going?
Right here.
I don't think we did it.
No.
What kind of ratchet do you need?
7/16.
11?
7/16.
Just the ratchet wrench?
Ratchet and a socket would be better. Bump it with a ratchet on the crank at least. Yeah, I can do that.
I got it.
Okay, you want to go tighten it?
Sure.
Just don't go monkey. Don't go monkey strength on it.
I get to do something finally.
Somebody's got to do something around here.
Still no pressure on the gauge.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a big bubble. So
Yeah. Well,
pushing up there.
I gotta somehow get in here and roll the engine over.
Let's take the other one off. Take this one off.
Why don't cows have feet? Okay, why don't cows have feet? I'm gonna bite. Oh, this is gonna be painful.
It's one problem with this car. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get into the. I might be able to get from the bottom.
Hi, Calvin. No tours.
Nope. I need a wrench.
No tours.
Nope.
You were going before, wasn't you?
I'm sure he was, but I think they're just saying hi, Calvin, because, you know, I've been on every single video, so they might have gotten to know me.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is this hard to do?
Yeah, let me do it.
I don't know why cows don't have feet. Yeah, I'm kind of anxiously waiting too.
Just got, where are you?
He's got to be under the car or something.
Did you get it on?
Not yet. Hang on. You didn't do it right. Just let me.
What's going on?
Just let me help. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. You're just getting oil through the engine. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it still has to fill the oil filter too, because I didn't fill it. Normally I fill the oil filter with oil. So it still has to fill, that's quite a bit of volume.
Well, you should have filled it up.
Yeah, well, I kind of had to get it onto the car because, you know, it was dumping oil everywhere and I wanted to make it stop.
You could have just held it there.
Okay. What on earth is that?
I don't know. What is it? What happens?
Start blowing oil.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this. What on earth? Did it
Well,
already
your
push?
turbo should have air in it, or oil in it now.
Get this.
Yeah. Did it really push 5 quarts in there?
Your answer is yes. Suspend your turbo now.
Yeah, but it's about the same. Yeah, why didn't we ever get pressure on there? All right, I'm gonna push the rest of it in.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we might have to pop the turbo line off and see if there's oil coming out.
Should be able to pull the drain out. Or
Yeah, I'd
either
rather
or.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drain is kind of a pain.
So how
Drain from the regulator.
Oh,
this off? Yes, with this one?
yeah.
We need to take that out.
Just set it there.
There we
Your answer, yes. Works for me. Uh-oh. What?
That was,
Yeah, lost internet.
Uh-oh.
what?
Who did? Scott did.
I don't
Well,
know.
you didn't give us the answer.
Oh. He's a busy guy. I'm sure he's probably
Yeah.
tied up doing work. John John said something about a yes answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You must have said something.
Maybe
What were we talking about?
yeah, I might have answered his question, and
Gotcha.
he asked if we were getting close to making noise or working on making noise. And
Yes,
I was
that
like,
is the
yes,
goal.
we were.
Yeah, how many live feeds have we done and got an engine running?
I think 5.
I was thinking 5.
Yeah. Okay, it pushed all the oil in. Okay, it just never got up through the engine.
Do you have another wire ready,
Or maybe my gauge is busted or something. I don't know.
honey? Do you have another club wire ready?
Honey, patience broke the wagon.
No. Weight broke the wagon down. I got it.
Good catch.
Yeah, that was with my left hand.
Hey, you saw how I did it, right?
No. not
Okay.
right. I will try.
No, 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 no. No, no, no.
Send help.
Feed this.
Send help.
Here.
Andrew said your answer
all slippery.
yes. So spin your turbo.
Yeah, I know.
Spin that turbo. John wants a spun turbo.
Yeah.
Spinning turbo.
Working on it. Okay. I forget the answer to it. Why don't cows have feet?
You know he did that on purpose, right? We're on to you, Scott. We know you're not answering. Great work on the Volvo, Calvin.
Thanks.
All right. Answer to Scott. Oh, we have a cash donation of $611. Down payment for
Down payment for what?
on the Chrome Molly cage.
Well, thanks, John.
Okay. I'm not gonna do it that way. All right, cows fart. There's. Okay. I'm not going to join them on that comment.
We want you to tell your joke.
That's not my joke. That's your joke.
It's your
Mom's got a dirty joke that she likes to tell people.
All right, don't get us
told our friend
demonetized, Mom.
yesterday.
Don't get us demonetized, Mom.
Yeah, well, other.
Why would we be
Yeah, I'm sure that one's fine.
Demonized.
But it wouldn't be demonized, it would be demonetized.
Nobody bid on it.
They don't want to hear my joke?
Nobody asked.
Yep, nobody asked. Right?
Okay.
Right, guys? Do me a favor. Here we go. Here we go. I'm waiting. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Same thing on YouTube.
Yep, everybody agrees.
What?
Demonetized.
And would say it's not that bad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, as far as dirty jokes go, it's not even.
I mean, the mother is telling the
Hey,
joke.
relax. If they don't want to hear your
It's
dirty
just
joke, they don't want to hear your dirty.
She does have a point. Oh, Dr. Art wants to hear the joke.
Oh boy.
And I'll interview him for his reaction.
Okay.
Okay. You sure you want to
Go ahead, Mom.
Okay. Let me think. What kind of bee
Bees.
what kind of bees make milk? Some of you might already heard it. I don't know. Did they hear me?
I think so.
You say
I'm not saying it.
it. Honey, you say it.
I'm not saying it.
What kind of bees make milk? Did anybody?
Okay, go ahead, Mama. Tell him the answer.
No, wait, John Wilburn says super bee with a blown head gasket.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Called cheese that doesn't belong to you.
It's
Oh,
less
boy.
than a small screwdriver.
Don't encourage this.
Okay.
I don't have any moderators online. Come on.
You better tell them before you.
Okay, what kind of bees make milk? Why, of course, boobies. Okay.
There you go. Okay, you can all roll your eyes now.
Phil says boo. Aw. John Wilburn is so nice.
Sorry, guys.
No Joe cheese. Another spot says, would you call cheese that doesn't belong to you? No Joe,
Nacho cheese.
I think I heard that
Nacho
one before.
cheese.
That's right.
Okay. All right, now we're gonna roll this over.
I was put high five. That's gold. Yeah. High five. I've actually heard that joke before. How did I miss it? I don't know. How did you miss it? After I said, woo,
Okay.
that's timpani. That's not. No,
All right.
nacho cheese.
Now when we get banned, I'll know who to blame.
Well, Beeman Bob says, I love this channel. Here, we need this one. Did you get another one done, sweetie?
I'm working on it, honey. I'm working on it.
Okay, you're killing me.
Don't even. Making a career out of this, you know?
Okay,
Go. Oop.
okay, I'll get that. Put everything.
What was that, number 3?
4.
What?
Oh, whew.
This is number 4. Yeah, you have 2 more to do.
I'm working on it. This grease makes it hard to hold things.
Well, get cracking.
I'm working on it. You watch yourself.
These knees. Look at these.
Oh my goodness.
What have you started?
I don't know.
And this channel used to be all PG.
Yeah, it used to be family friendly, and
And the mother comes along.
yeah, my mom comes on and ruins it. Ruins it.
I'm sure we all have had our share. Otherwise, we might not be here.
Good thing you didn't have to. Did plug it into the other one.
It's got oil in there.
What's that?
It's got oil in there.
Oil? Okay.
Just hasn't come up on the gauge yet. Oh, there's oil coming up here though.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
think
it's
you need-
feeding oil to the turbo. It's just, maybe my gauge is busted.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely getting oil up here.
clean that up.
Yeah, maybe my gauge is busted.
Okay, you can put this in. Well, no, you can't. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, just leave it off for now. Okay, well that's weird. It's definitely getting oil up here. I just made
Does the
a...
turbo spin better? Inquiring minds want to know.
No, it spins about the same.
So maybe there was already oil.
The P is silent.
He is silent in what?
I don't know.
In his name?
Remember when back... I remember when back Nivlak 57 was a racing channel.
The P is silent
There we go. I like that one.
That would work. Especially on long trips.
You know, we wouldn't have any fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't give her M&Ms though.
Oh my gosh, my friends learned that lesson.
Okay. Beat gauge with a wrench. Okay. You're on.
Yeah, when something doesn't work, you beat it.
Don't look at me when you say that.
No dice. Okay. We'll have to see when it fires up.
I'm trying to do this one.
Well, the gauge was popping up and down.
Was it? Well, that's when it was spitting air.
Yes.
What? Okay.
Sounds like we got company.
You do?
Yeah, there might be a bubble, but it's definitely getting oil up there. That's for sure. I mean, I've rolled the engine over quite a few times. And Ed Boy 18 says, "You ever have problems with a coffin rolling around following you? You know
Oh, what?
how to make it stop? Take cough medicine. The coffin will stop." Oh boy.
Oh, gosh.
Good one.
You share that one with your friends, honey. These guys gonna demand that we mic her up instead of us. You know that, son.
Guy walks into a pharmaceutical and says, "Give me medicine for greed. And more
The merrier.
married."
I think that's the joke. Is that the joke?
Is that a joke?
Because he's greedy, he wants more. Yeah. There's the paper towels.
Hanging up all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah, they're always. Oh, wait.
I had one.
Way over here.
Well, there's one over there, but the camera's right.
Oh, blame it on the camera.
Okay.
Mom wants to go to Hollywood.
Hollywood. I just want to go to Florida. Where it's warmer.
It's coming, dear. We've got to get the car done.
No, what did they say? There's a whole bunch. Gotta do the inline 5 or inline 4 Atlas build one day. You hear that? Parker,
Yeah, it's the same.
what's the same?
The turbo.
Parker, what is she?
Parker Besky says, gotta do an inline 5 or 4 build one day. Yep, we'll get to it.
Oh, you didn't throw it? I was getting ready for it.
You don't have your catcher.
Okay, check your battery. Where do you want all these extra parts?
Just put them in the box and I'll take care of them.
Okay. But I didn't put the numbers on them. I didn't know where they go.
We'll figure it out.
I gotta catch up
Easy,
with the
easy.
comments. What's that?
It's the numbers so you know where the spark plugs go.
Oh, I thought it was a calculator.
Yeah, it is sometimes nice to put them on just so that you can keep track of which wire came off which. Just in case you're diagnosing issues.
So we got oil done. The water's done. The priming's done. Sparklers are done.
Where did you get the
Only while we're not there, honey.
Well, I thought it rained every day in Florida.
According to the legend.
Okay. All right, we got oil.
I am slimed. Nasty hurricane in Florida. There are probably still some swimming cows after the nasty hurricane. Oh boy. Yeah, we got a lot of friends down there that had a lot of homes damaged too. Thanks, John. 234 days, 8 hours, 32 minutes until Sykeston. Just saying. Eat a gator through. Yeah. Gators are tasty.
I never had it either.
I've had gator, I've had shark, I've had eel. Oh, you'd love it if you didn't know what it was. You'd pass out if you found out it was. All right. I think we're in pretty good shape. No, not for what we're about to do. Okay. Where'd Fuzz go? There he is.
I'm not having trouble with
Honey, just let Calvin get
Oh,
the slides.
that slides on.
Yes, dear.
Come on.
Yes, dear. You did a great job. Okay. That's done, that's done. This can go away. Oop. Calvin, you need to get back in here.
Yeah, I'm
Your
trying to
mom's
get-
getting ready to tell another joke.
Trying to wrap up this stupid air hose.
I know.
It's all tangled up.
Okay. All right. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. What'd you do with my phone?
It's around here somewhere.
Okay. I'm gonna go get my computer.
You can, okay. Do you mind running and getting some fuel? Because we're going to need fuel pretty quick.
You don't have any?
No, I checked just a few minutes ago. We got 2 empty jugs. Well, it was, last time we raced was in Sykeston. We used it all there.
Okay, where's the gas key?
It's in there. I'll get it.
Okay, you get the gas
You taking the truck or your truckie?
key.
Okay.
I
Behave.
wouldn't.
Because you're alone in front of the camera. Okay, I got 3 gallons there.
They're having fun with me. Hi.
Gee. I can't hear you now.
Now I have a mic.
Okay, you behave.
I don't know. He wants the Indian leg wrestle. I don't know what that is. Sorry.
Yep, I hope Andrew wasn't headed to the bathroom. He said, nope.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need that filled. Sheets.
Monster garage. Okay.
Yes, dear.
This needs
The-
PV5.
Well, it's the higher of the ethanol. I think it's the yellow pump. Yeah, the
It's not the
Yellow E85. Is that what it is?
flex fuel.
it's the flex fuel.
Yellow. So
Make sure it's not diesel. It should
Well-
be the green handle, but
well, that's the
sometimes
gr-
the yellow handle.
yeah.
No,
well, that's
The
sometimes
blue
black.
stuff. The blue stuff is up to 50%. We want the 51 to 83%.
Okay. So you want the yellow.
I think so. You'll have to check.
Okay. In both of these?
No, we got enough to get started.
Oh, okay. So what's in here? There's something rolling around.
There's one of those tubes in it.
That's not good.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay, thank you.
Can you listen this for me, please?
Yes, dear.
Because I'll be struggling. Thank you.
Yes, dear. All right, I'm gonna go dump this and then get ready to start flushing everything.
Is it still raining?
No, it stopped.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the mic would go that far, John. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you guys over here. How are we doing on battery? 42%, so. Okay. So, come on. All right. Bloop. Bloop. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, so I'm going to start loading tunes, but I haven't put fuses into anything. So I'm going to start doing that. So, okay. This is in my way. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so. Can't see nothing. Okay. Max ECU is O2 sensor, which I haven't plugged that in yet, which I need to. We'll give it 10. Dash, which I haven't gotten in yet. And dash 5 should work. Shift light 5. Okay, fan 20 should do. All right.
All right, the junk fuel can's empty.
Okay, cam. Oh.
There's no good place to break this here. Yeah, there is.
Boost.
All right, we gonna do the main tank first?
We can, yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
10 should do for that. Line lock. We'll give that a 10.
All right.
Injectors will give 15. Okay.
What's PDM?
Cool. All right.
Imagine what a 4200. You're about to find out. Too much fuses.
Yeah, I like
is
to
own
have.
a girdle for the amp.
Okay.
Lost mom.
So,
Okay.
all right, I'm going to put the tune on the car that we were using on the Fairmont Futura because that is probably going to be the closest car to this. Have to beef it up a little bit in the fuel table just because that didn't have a ported head. I gotta remember, I think it's this one.
All right, I'm dumping fuel in the main tank.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to dump fuel in the main tank.
So, first step is I gotta double check that this is motion control table, I think. Stage to ejection. Okay, this is the Datsun tune, so I don't want this one. I'm just gonna run out and grab the tune off of it real quick because I want to make sure I get the right one. Okay, so I'll be right back. Probably have to update firmware and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, okay. It came from right there.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Bird. Yes, yes, I know.
You are not alone. All right.
Do you have the ignition key? Dummy.
Good one, Head. All right, okay, I'm ready. Home stereo on Bluetooth enabled. Have y'all in full surround. Well, it'll be a little bit. We still didn't see any time predictions on when startup was going to be. You know that?
Yeah,
They're letting us down.
yeah.
Oh, what about the back pressure gauge.
Yeah, we gotta plug that off.
Do you have one?
I don't know.
And do you have a gasket, or should I just
Just
peel one off a
reuse.
junk head?
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be. Try and find the one that I was using because it has a little thing on it that would be useful.
A doodad or a
Yeah,
Easy what?
thingamajig.
All right, upload the Dale
Hey,
Earnhardt start your
get in the
engine. Yeah, that would be cool. All right,
Yes, I know.
346. I have no. Oh,
You
we're not
like
that close. That's a
your
minute from
personal
now.
space. I just
We still got to
need
flush
get
the
this
fuel
tuned real quick,
system
Mr.
and
Bird.
get the program loaded, and then we'll be able to start to figure out where we're at
Yes,
from
I
that
know.
point on. But right now, the only leak that we have had is on the water,
Volvo.
on the radiator, on a pretty easy to repair weld. It looks like the metal contracted and it formed a crack, so we got to get that fixed. Chiropractor sounds still sounds 100% better. Just after the camera battery goes dead. Oh, Calvin, I have to check that.
Ignition.
Is it alive?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know
Got
how
my
to tell the
tune.
battery voltage. We'll have to wait for the engine to get back. I really don't have a clue how to tell. I hear banging and clanging though. He must be nearby. All right.
Okay.
We had a 3:46 time estimate 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a bird out there, so I'm sure people think I'm crazy.
So the did you find it?
What?
The block off plate?
No, I was trying to get the tune off the Futura.
All right, I'm gonna go steal one off a junk head.
Okay.
The little bit of gas that spilled here was me when I pulled the gas can out of the side.
Okay.
It piddled.
Okay, I'm gonna start loading tunes and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I can't see chat, guys, so I apologize.
I'll stand by until you get closer. Yeah. All right. $6.99 tune. Any minute now. Not quite. What did the birdie say? What did the birdie say?
He said, "Get away from my nest."
Get away from my nest. We have Oregon here. I hear Fairmont noises. Yes, you did. That was the Fairmont being having its. Oh, that's a
Brain
goose.
sucked out.
The camera battery goes dead. Is that a
At some point, it will.
okay?
At
You still good?
38%.
38%. Is that a tuner studio?
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Gas fumes make me mad. Yeah. Okay. Mad Hatter.
Okay,
Hear the word.
that's good.
What the birds say.
All right, I'm gonna key on.
Okay. Do you need me to watch anything?
What was that?
That didn't sound good.
No. It might have been clicking one of these relays, because... Hey, let me...
Yeah. Let me be back here.
Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, it's probably just pre-configured with some feature that clicked a relay.
Okay.
Okay.
The fire extinguisher is right behind you, right by the door. I'm gonna grab the other fire extinguisher and set it at the front.
Yeah, I just removed power from the relays. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go get the other fire extinguisher,
Okay.
and then I'll go get that flange.
Okay. All right, now I need to talk to Mr. Goldbox. If you please bring up the, please. Pretty please. Okay. Save in data log or communications settings. Why won't it bring up the thing? Okay, give it the old restart.
106 people watching.
Yeah. Oh,
117.
one error, 27 warnings.
What size or socket do I need?
It should be a 13 or a 10.
Okay.
Communication settings. Why won't you let me talk to the ECU? Okay, help. Settings. Okay, now it lets me. It's just spamming, isn't it? Detect. Okay. Any day now. There it is. Okay, now we got the Mr. ECU. Now it's going to say firmware mismatch probably. Okay, send current tuner studio settings. Doop. Sending tune to controller. Bleep bloop. Okay, good. So, let's see. Okay, throttle position, I gotta calibrate that. Tools, calibrate TPS, get current. Ugh. Okay, this is hard to do by myself. Ugh. All right, and then, hey, it works. Get current. Accept. Okay, we got a TPS. Okay. All right, so AFR. We need to tell it that it is calibrate map borrow, so we need to do that too. We need to tell it that it's a 3-bar map sensor. Okay, tools. Unlock calibration, unlock burn, tools, calibrate AFR table. All right, it's already set up for an LC1, LC2, so we're good there. Okay, so we have 95 kPa on our map sensor, which is atmosphere, so that makes sense. I always struggle finding stuff in here. So where, sensor, yeah, there it is. Got it. I like the boost. No, I don't want it in bar. I want boost. 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 Boost PSI gauge. There we go. We got 0 PSI. Okay. So now I need to, Okay, so I'm at a conundrum because my phone has my notes on it. Okay. Have I bored all of you yet?
6 heads?
Okay.
None.
Okay.
Head. You know what a 13 is?
Maybe look in the Datsun to see if it's
I'm
sitting
pulling it.
inside.
I found one on that cart.
Oh. Okay. Boost. Okay. All right, so crap. I need the interwebs. Shoot. All right, I'm gonna lose chat for a second, so I need to open up my Excel sheet real quick. So you guys can still hear me, but I'm not seeing your posts at the moment because I need to pull internet off this computer so that I can grab my Excel sheet, because I have an Excel sheet that has all my pins that I hooked things to, and I need to access it because, you know, that would be helpful. Okay, so docs.google.com. And I don't want docs, I want sheets. And I want my gold box IO layout. And there we go. Volvo 4200. Got it. So now I got my sheet. Now I can hook back up. Okay. Boost. Okay. Come on. Go in there. There you go. Okay. All right. We got our chat back. Loop. Bleep bloop. Go back live. I apologize, guys. Yeah, the outer webs. Yeah. Okay.
We got gas.
We got gas? I hope not. I hope it's E85. Okay, so I have all my pin configurations. Bloop. Okay, so I struggle to believe that one. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so fuel pump is not hooked up. Okay, so let's bloop and then. Okay, so oil pressure is on Ego 2, so I need to go generic sensor inputs, and then Ego, so that's ADC 12, so that is oil pressure, and that is negative 16.5, and I think it's like 125 or something like that. I forget. I'll have to look that up. Okay, and then ADC 13 is fuel pressure. Okay, and then I'll have to do that later. Burn. Okay, and then, so now, ignition, throttle, pulse width. So let's change sensor. Nope. Generic sensor. Come on, buddy. There you go. Oil pressure. So negative 2.0. Actually, let's open up another Tuner Studio and look at. It's a GM oil pressure sensor, so I got to figure out what the sensor curve for that is. I forget what it is. Start another Tuner Studio so I can look at my Nova Tune for that. So advanced, generic sensor. Where are they? There we go. And then it is negative 16.5, 150. Okay. So I had the first number right. So generic sensor, negative 16.5, 150, enter, burn. So, okay, that can go away. We don't need him anymore. Okay, so now basically the gold box is configured. Actually, I'm going to turn off the VVT stuff because we don't need that. Where is that boost? VVT. And then we're going to turn that off, burn. And it's going to say I have to power cycle it. Okay, good job. All right, so now I got to configure my max ECU. Oh, where's my max ECU? Okay, it didn't download my latest version of this spreadsheet, so I need to plug back into the interwebs. Okay. Sorry, guys. GM oil pressure 0 to 90 ohms. Yeah, it's not that. It's pressure.
All right, the
That would be fuel. You're thinking of fuel level.
what's going on?
I'm just responding to the one message. I need internet on this computer so I can get my spreadsheet.
Oh, oh, he's still alive?
Yeah, the chat isn't, but
Oh,
the feed is.
all right.
I need to,
Oh, I got my phone here.
okay, come on. Get my latest.
That ended the whole live stream, I think.
Better not have.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Hey, microsquare.
111
There we go.
watching.
Max ECU. Okay. Plug this back in. Ugh. Bloop, 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 bloop.
You folks know how to have fun. Jeff Snyder. Hey, Jeff.
Okay.
All right. Both of these, the gaskets broke in the center. So I'm just going to put it on
That's fine.
and
It's okay if it's broken in the center.
yeah, I'm just, well, like this way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, just letting you know.
Okay.
Ooh, speaking of fun,
Yeah.
V10 in the Mustang?
V10.
Do tell. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look how long these stinking bolts are.
Yeah, I know. They're like into the center of the engine. Whatever. Just
It's making that squeal noise like the computer's on.
yeah, it's on.
Okay.
That's I think that's the O2 sensor actually, but
You know it's not screwed in?
yeah, we'll have to
Okay.
do that. Okay, max ECU. Okay, can I have them both plugged in at the same time? That is the question. Bloop. Okay, I gotta update Mr. Max ECU, so let's just unplug Mr. Mega Squirt. Okay, updating firmware on my Max ECU Mini. So let that do its thing. See if there's any comments. Okay. All right, they're still here. Good. All right, spread that sheet. Put that pressure data in. Yes. Mom and Hobbs come alive and remove the neck with turbo claws.
I know Jeff Snyder in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. He's in St. Helens, Oregon.
Okay.
Okay, what other ECUs does Tuner Studio support? They support Big Stuff 3, mainly Mega Squirt stuff, Speeduino. I think some of the Haltech stuff is through Tuner Studio. Yeah, I think they're like data logs are through Tuner Studio. That or Fuel Tech, I can't remember. No, Fuel Tech has its own software, but I think like data logging through Haltech is on their Tune Viewer or whatever it is. Okay, So we have a piston. Cylinder count is 6. Not that it matters. 4200, sure. All right. Engine firing order 1, 5, 3, 6.
Do you want the air fuel gauge put in?
Yes.
Do you know where the anti-seize is?
It's back here on the thing.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yes.
All right, this thing's capped off.
Okay. I don't need it.
Where's the O2 gauge?
Should be hanging somewhere there. It might be hot. Careful, it might be hot.
I don't know where to look. This looks like... There we go.
Somewhere. Okay, Mom shoved it over here.
All right, do I need to take that off?
Come on.
Got it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's hot. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of held up.
Yeah, I'm kind of... All right.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Yep. Okay, so. Loop. Okay. So I need to. Important stuff on the Max ECU is I need it to see the crank and cam. So I don't need any of that. So there should be inputs, trigger, home. Okay, it's Hall. And I'm gonna have to pull this off of my Fairmont tune because I don't
And I'm going to throw 2 gallons into the race tank.
Okay. Wagon, XGC. Is that not where to do it? Desktop. Okay. Do this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yes, I do. Okay, close. And this, and this, and grab inputs. Oh, okay, so I need digital rising. And then I need custom, it doesn't matter. That. And then home input, I need all the R0 crossing on digital input X. And then I need, okay, trigger decoder is DM Vortec4200. And then before PC, 315, enter. And then
They missed you, silly girl.
Where's my Excel? Okay. Cam is on DI1, so change this to trigger
I missed them too.
home
You're crazy.
cam sensor.
You're crazy.
Cam sensor.
There's a difference.
And then I need diff level. Home is
No, we're gonna use this anytime we find, you know, the good stuff.
we'll let the That get okay. All right, now outputs. I need to not use disabled.
All right, I'm gonna disconnect the fuel system up here.
Okay. Disabled.
I need a
Disabled.
stool.
Disabled.
We have one right here. Do you want this one or that?
The wood one.
Mission is disabled.
Put it behind the
Disabled.
left front tire.
Behind?
Yes, please.
Disabled. Isn't this fun?
What's that?
Disabled.
Is this the whole can or the whole?
Yes,
Okay, so
for the can.
street pump is on GPO 8. Vortec. Okay. So we'll just, for the time being, we're just going to configure this as fuel pump relay. Okay.
Can I trouble you for a drink? Yes,
Brake
please.
pressure.
You too, Calvin? Do you want a hot cocoa?
Sure.
You want
But a hot
mint
cocoa.
or raspberry?
Mint.
Mint for me, please. Unless you got chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
I'll give that a shot.
Let's do a couple of them, just for fun. Okay, so CLT is oil temp. So that is GM coolant temp. Hey, we got oil temperature. All right. TPS is aux, yeah, and then we gotta use U05.
All right.
3
I'll be ready when
selection.
you are. I gotta go find a number 10, an extra number 10 line.
Okay. And then doesn't matter.
Okay.
You
You need anything from the trailer?
No.
Okay.
I need to find. Okay. So. Okay. Then rescale 0.5. Yeah. Okay, so what does it do? Okay. We're gonna see if the fuel tank selection valve works. Did it move? Did it move? Did it move? No, it didn't. Why didn't it move? Do I got the wrong input? Okay, AN3. Okay. Test. And user User defined input. Rescale. Okay. Okay. There we go. I got the wrong input. That's why. Okay, that's the one. Okay, so this I got backwards. No. And then this is fuel tank selection. Enter. Okay, so that's AN4. AN4. Well, okay, I'm just stupid, that's why. All right. I had it marked as AN4, but I just was dumb and, you know. Oh, boy. All right, so brake pressure. I have a brake pressure sensor because that's what's going to activate my two-step brake press. And then this is scroll. Okay, so come on, edit, nope, rescale, we want 0.5 to 4.5, and okay, and the units will be PSI, and then we want 0, and then we want 3,000, and then we want to bleep loop interpolate. Okay, let's see if brake pressure works. All right, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It works. Okay. And so by pushing on the brakes with my foot, I make 120 psi of brake pressure.
All right, it's Mr. Nart. You need to step on that?
No, I just was seeing if we had a brake pressure sensor, and we do. Got 120 psi of brake pressure.
Mr. Nark's join us yet?
No. Okay. All right, we don't really need that for what we're doing today. Okay, so now one more thing I want to configure is the VVT stuff. So I need to, which one is VVT? VVT, okay.
That stinks.
I didn't write it down. Okay, that's,
There we go.
no, okay. All right, we'll have to figure that out.
That won't work either.
Outputs, config, so, injector.
I don't have any AN number 10s other than these pipe fittings to AN 90s. Huh. That sucks.
Can't believe I didn't write it down. Injector 3 is nice. User outputs. User output 1. Yeah. User, come on. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Brake pressure. Okay, is greater than 50. Okay.
Dang, those are all 8s.
Increases 10. Okay, so do we have brake lights? Sorry I'm not being super entertaining, guys. Okay, they work. We have brake lights. So one of the things that I am having the Max ECU do is I'm literally having it
My goodness, I'm a clown.
control my my brake lights. I'm having the brake pressure sensor activate my brake lights for my. Yay! So here, check this out, guys. All right, you guys are gonna witness. All right, I'm gonna push the brake.
They work.
Yeah.
You didn't fix that top bulb over there, did
Yeah, I'll get to that.
you? Okay.
Okay, we got brake lights, guys.
All right. I spent all that time looking for a dash 10 to adapt over to and just realized it's 8. I'll be back.
Okay, can you tell me if the VVT solenoid clicks?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's probably.
Who wants hot chocolate?
Me.
Here.
It's not clicking. Hold on, honey bun. Excuse me.
Okay,
Nothing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mom brought us hot chocolate.
Yeah, timeout time.
Yep. Okay.
The screen is all hazy, somebody saying.
Yeah, it's probably they just can't see my laptop screen. There. You can kind of see what I'm doing better.
Lane Thompson says Alpine? Question mark.
Is that a brand of hot chocolate?
Oh. No, it's, Mandola.
Ah.
Because we're special.
Lando likes to have individual packages that have raspberry or mint or double chocolate or French vanilla.
So I'm gonna guess it's 1. Cause by, well, could be GPO 2.
Mom's better at guessing games if you want to have her check this out.
What?
Okay, it's injector 1. It has to be, because that's the only one that I haven't. Okay, VVT,
Yep.
exhaust cam.
That might be good. Hot chocolate with schnapps.
Ooh. I like the way he thinks.
But I don't have any.
Okay, so VVT. Okay, so we want exhaust cam position sensor 1 enable. Then we want,
Something clicked,
okay,
but it wasn't this.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Do it again.
yeah, I can't. Um, 572. Filter level. Enable. 0 normal. Exhaust cam target. Okay, we need to change.
Someday I'll reverse engineer myself and connect everything I hate to the stoplights.
Scale, we got.
Yep, fuel's in.
Don't be long, right?
It's up to Junior.
Come on, Junior.
You know how tuners are. They gotta stretch everything out to maximize their income. They can't just download a good program.
Trying to download a good program right now.
Oh.
Okay, cancel.
You need a left foot where you shop your info from your phone.
Camera percent? Where you at on your camera percent?
I don't know.
Thanks, Blaine. Need cardboard aided design file.
I hate this computer because the control key is not in the corner. It drives me nuts.
Well, you got real first world problems,
yeah,
you know.
I know. The control key should be in the corner. Every other computer I have is that way.
Sorry, mom and dad own junk.
Well, this is my computer, but
Oh. Where'd mom's computer go?
it's on the table.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
so we got the
If
VVT
Junior needs
stuff.
something, you help him.
Okay, I think I'm ready to start doing fuel.
Okay, well, I gotta run out and get that hose. That's why I wanted to.
Okay,
I'll be right back. I grabbed the wrong size.
okay. All right, I'm gonna plug this back in.
And of course, I locked the trailer up, of course.
I know, it's stupid. Drives me nuts. All right, zoom back out. Because I'm trying to do Control C, Control V, you know, copy paste, and I keep hitting the function key, not the control key.
Locked up and it's raining. Crazy, but
Okay.
mercy.
All right, so everything I wired seems to be functional, so that's pretty cool. That's always a good feeling when, you know, you did your job right.
Y'all out in on the phone. What Tony Stark have in his shop, Watson,
I thought that was Jarvis.
Jarvis. I thought that was Charlie.
What Tony Stark has in his shop. Watson. I thought it was Jarvis.
No, it wasn't Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie. Charlie Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I bet if I let now, I can get there before the train stops. And I'm in southwestern Virginia.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think we're going to have this thing fired up in a very short period.
They call that a fat finger exercise.
Uh-huh. That's for sure.
I thought you could say finger crossed.
Okay.
I was an engineer, so it's an engineering designer. It looks better functional stuff.
Uh-huh. All right, let's see if our fan works.
Jarvis.
Hey, we got
Maybe
cooling
that's the
fans.
end. You need a tire smoke break. Charlie, don't be just like that.
Uh-huh. Something's running.
Oops, Charlie Sauer says, how rude, I'm Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
Okay, I gotta go get more fuses.
Did we blow something?
No, I just need bigger fuses for there. So.
Okay.
John Wilbur outside of the shop. Where are you?
He had to run and get parts. This thing is not behaving. All right, I'm just going to set it on here for now.
Turbo World said, shoot, I missed it. You didn't miss anything yet.
He missed your jokes.
Oh, yeah, well, you can always replay it. I'm waiting for a burnout.
We all are.
Well, that won't happen until we have a drive shaft.
It's supposed to be here Wednesday.
Blaine says I need a mic.
Ugh.
They won't buy me one.
Don't look at me. I won't want to hear this wee stuff. That boy's put up with you every year of his life. He knows better.
Yep, we got a fan. We got 2 fans.
Yes,
We not only have 1 fan, we have 2 fans.
honey, that's in the car.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
Oh, okay. The crowd is demanding Mom gets mic'd. I'm kind of against.
Anybody here have thoughts? If it's better to put it in the front line or lock front brake, or put it in the rear to lock the rear brake off? Which
We have both kinds, and definitely better to do it in the front lines. When you put it in the back, you got to think about how you're doing your burnout and all that kind of stuff. If you put it in the front, it's just like jumping into any other car. So definitely have a strong opinion about that. 100 fuses later, Calvin.
is this still live, Calvin?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just staring at a computer at the moment.
False is correct. You're correct, sweetheart.
Okay.
Front for serious purpose.
1,
Rear for goofing around.
2.
Yeah, the one car we've got it in the back. We got a basically a dirt track brake isolation kit where you turn the thing on, and we put that on when we do the burnouts in crap marrow. And
All right.
you have to think about how you do your burnout every single time, and you got to make sure you turn the thing off so that we can launch it, because it's a foot brake car. Whereas with the front brake, you just let off the button and you can.
Sorry.
What's wrong?
No, there was an error and I had to.
Okay.
I'm just talking to myself.
John Holborn says the rear is better for burnout competition.
Honey,
What?
I need a -6 line.
What is that?
I guess next. Sorry. Let me look.
Okay. Oh, I know what that is. Oh,
Okay, which one was that?
that was the street.
So with
Wow, that's noisier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I just turned on the pump and I
what you
didn't
want?
warn you.
You said you
Okay,
want that.
all right.
With
So
an
now,
Well, I don't know.
boop, boop, boop.
All right, we should have enough fuel to start pumping.
Yep. Okay, I got 19% on my camera, so I'm gonna switch over to the microphone on the
Honey,
phone,
help me out.
so you guys won't be able to hear us quite as well. But my camera or my phone won't die, so you know
What do you
that's a
want me
thing.
to do?
Just stand there.
Oh.
They were.
Well, hang on. Is it charging? Is it charging?
Brad's getting restless.
No. So, click, click. Okay, now it's charging. All right. Can you guys still hear us? back in the back of the car. So.
Ooh, somebody just got stung in the back of their neck.
Ugh.
What? Where's that?
Okay, loud and clear. Okay, so I'm gonna take you to the front of the car so that you can watch what Dad's doing, but we're gonna have to check for leaks in the back
Old school
at some point.
tractor setup. Real standing.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop.
Just remove the rears
I'll
altogether.
look for these. We'll just leave this here.
Okay, Mom, keep an eye on this tank.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
That's in the way.
Paula,
What?
you're watching this.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, this thing's gonna try and push out,
Okay,
but do not be sitting, just in case something goes wrong.
okay, dear.
I don't want you to, no, I don't
Yes,
want you to get hurt.
dear. Yes, dear. Don't get it. Loud and clear.
Okay.
They can hear us. Loud and, okay, I got it.
Good. And you're doing the street pump?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we need the doors open?
Okay, stop.
Oh, well.
No?
Well, you put gas in the can.
Is there gas in the can?
Yes, you
Okay, there
put
should
some
be
in the
enough.
can.
Okay. It sounded like air. Okay.
Yeah, it just sounds weird.
Yeah, it sounded like air.
So we need more fuel in the tank?
That's what I'm thinking. I think I dumped that one out completely.
We're located in York, PA.
Uh-huh. That's not even going on. Did anything come out of there, Paula?
Yes, dear. Some trickled out. How much, I'm not sure.
Don't use it all up.
Can't really see. Crazy Foot 490 says, I'm so excited. Glad. Yes, we're excited too. Small.
Good, the only way I can do the return then.
One small step for mankind.
To switch it, oh, it's on race, that's what happened.
Oh, spit the fuel into here.
Yep. Okay, we're back on street now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Well, it's not even returning yet, so it wouldn't matter. Oh,
It's coming through.
okay.
I thought it picked the pump up.
Well, not yet. I haven't configured that yet. I haven't set that up yet.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so we're gonna return
is that spill or is that
what?
this?
That's leak.
Okay. So it's
Dang.
What? There's a leak?
yeah.
Paper towels. Paper towels.
Okay, paper towels. There's paper towels right behind you too.
Yes, but everything's gonna have to be torn apart to get to that.
What?
It's a leak in the bottom of this one tank.
Oh.
It's not on the pressure side, it's on the,
Well, we can turn that off.
Just pump out.
yeah.
Just pump it all out into it.
Yeah, just pump it right into that tank.
Oh, okay.
You do
Right.
that?
You gotta hook the return up.
There's no sidewalks here.
Okay, now. The two wrenches, please. Should we,
Put them away.
let's, take the bypass return through the race side into the tank, flush that out. And then we'll,
You just tell me what to do.
okay.
Yeah, you don't need this.
this up so that oh, I didn't mean to do that.
What'd you do?
I dropped it in.
Oh.
That's not funny, goofball.
I know. I don't know.
Is this fuel line going to clear the hood? I hope so.
You know what?
Okay, keep an eye on wake smell.
Okay, I'm watching.
Yeah. It's going to take me a minute.
Okay, we discovered a leak in our race cell. It has a fitting in the bottom of the cell, and the fitting, it's just a bulkhead fitting that we just capped off, and it's leaking out of there. So we're gonna take the race. Luckily we can tell where tell the return where to go. So we're just gonna pump all the fuel that my dad just poured into the race tank into the street tank, and that'll get it out of there so that we can fix the problem. We'll fix it later, but just to remove the immediate concern. Yeah, so that is what is happening at the moment. Okay. Why are you not charging? Phone. Come on. Charge. There you go. Good thing I checked.
So, race pumps.
Yeah, just give me a second. User 2. Make sure there's no leaks, Mom.
I'm looking. Where am I looking?
Good. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm hooking this pump back up, or tank back up, and then I'm going to switch
So
it
far,
to...
no leaks. Don't see any. That's just that water
Yeah,
tank.
I know. Just, look. Okay. We're good.
I think we're good with that. Just the
Yep, we're good.
use case thing.
Okay, so this thing's going to pump. I'm switching it so that the bypass goes to the street tank.
Yep.
And you're going to run the race tank. And we lost the gas can. Or gas. There it is. Yeah. Ready? No? Okay, go ahead. Alright, nothing here.
We're all good here.
Does your fuel tank show anything? Fuel tank level?
I don't have that hooked up. Yeah.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
You can shut it off whenever you run out of fuel, so listen to the pump. Alright, 1 inch to go. That sucks.
Yep.
Wonder if the methanol did that.
Yeah, I bet it did. Probably shrunk the seal.
No, we don't see any sparks.
Start to suck air.
Someone says,
If you can go any further. Again.
is the regulator set?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're. Alright. It's got like half of an inch left in there. Okay. Ready. put this up on, get it off the jack stands in the front. Okay. Yeah.
Why do we wanna do that?
Just so it doesn't damage the frame. So it doesn't do a lot of things. Just, the ramps are outside, it's gonna take 3 minutes here.
Oh, you wanna put it on the ramp?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't one of the ramps in here?
I took it outside.
Oh. Alright.
Okay, got all our fuses in. We have maximum fusage. Alright, door, honey. Are you done with this? Oh, I forgot to take that out. Yeah, I gotta take that out.
What do you do, plug it?
No, I gotta just reconnect it. Alright, can you do it safely while I jack it up, or do you? I'll just wait until you're done.
How would you?
Yeah. Where's the 6 a.m. wrench? Yeah, on the bench back there. I didn't see that.
It's,
Sorry about the noise, guys. There's no goodness in it. There it is. They're all trash. Oh, gosh. Coming down.
okay, you're good. If you want that.
Alright. I think we're ready. No leaks. Pumped like 2 gallons through there at pressure. Now you still got to hook the boost reference up?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I get it from underneath?
No, I'm good enough.
Okay. Crank up the bass. Put some smoke in the pipe. We're getting there, guys. It's getting close. No pressure. I have two 440s with 2,000 miles on them, and carb only carbs. Who else watched Rick and Morty?
That's a car channel.
Oh yeah, that's from Carcraft.
No.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh.
It is not.
What's Rick and
What am
Morty?
I?
It's something that millennials like.
Here.
Oh, I'm thinking of something in Bernie.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
That
thinking.
is not
Yeah.
Rick and Morty. It's like it's a spin-off of Back to the Future, but it's like very demented.
Okay, honey.
So
What do
If
you want?
anything happens, pull the pin, aim the nozzle and shoot. I got the extinguisher in the back.
You gonna have the doors open?
Nope.
Okay,
We
stop
like smoke.
stepping in the oil.
Amazon. Okay. Alright, hold on. Almost ready. Taking the gas cans out. Oh.
What am I watching?
Just anything out of the ordinary, and then if Calvin says shut it off or anything like that, hit the electric kill switch.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Ready? Yes. Still spinning, stop. Alright, taking all the oil that I dumped on there off. Okay, grab the door open. Alright, and turn the fan on for me. Turn that box fan. I think it's down in the summer kitchen.
Sounds healthy. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this thing sounds good.
Plenty of oil pressure. 75 pounds.
That idle?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to just pop the big door?
112. Got it. Ooh. Watch out. Thank you.
Where's the camera?
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, go grab the box fan, please.
We don't need them.
Okay.
We're fine. Yes, dear.
Okay. Yeah, the smoke is from the oil that I dumped on the turbine housing. Remember earlier when I was seeing if oil was getting to the turbo? Yeah, that's what that is. Did I record data? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, we got one oil leak. Did you drop that when you were doing the priming?
Yes. Yeah, that was from when I was changing the line. I was getting RPM signal on both ECUs, so that is a good sign. Okay, no ferrous parts auto ejected, and no non-ferrous parts auto ejected either. I'll add to that. I'd call that successful. Yes, I would too. Where was boost on idle? Well, boost was at like negative. Are you wondering how much vacuum it was pulling? Because this isn't a diesel. This is a gas motor.
Set it right there at the door, hon.
Okay, so
That's where the exhaust is.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll need an extension.
idling at 1,000 RPM, and it was pulling 7.7 psi of vacuum. So that is in it's 32, right? Or 29 point what? What's inches of mercury is
29.92.
Okay, 29.92. Cal. It was pulling 15.7 inches of vacuum. Yeah, 15.7 inches of mercury in vacuum.
Sorry. I want to pull this
Okay.
and have you start it again and just see if anything's coming out of there.
Alright.
Adjustable height.
I used to pretend something is weird. That will. Yeah. How big are the cams? They're 200 degrees on the intake, 208 degrees on the 200, 208 at 50. They're 434 intake and 384 exhaust. And they're the most aggressive grind that you can get from Schneider Racing Cam.
Hopefully the guy from Milton Brock's on.
Okay.
We need to find out if he can regrind the 04 cams, because we got a stack of those.
We got a stack of 06 cams too.
Right, you want to plug this real quick?
That's not a vacuum.
You can hear the air, or feel the air blowing out.
Yeah, that's not a vacuum. I mean, we can plug it, but it's not a vacuum.
Why was there air blowing down here then?
Turbo. Isn't it the turbo?
Turbo's making air.
Right, I understand that.
Is that air was sucking in or
No,
blowing
it was
out?
blowing out.
It's the turbo pushing air.
So that is a,
Yeah, it's a port. It needs plug. I just forgot. It was on my mental list, but. I'm gonna tap it for a pipe plug. Back plug.
all right, and again.
Second.
I can read them from here. I can see. The trick is
We want to get the temperature thing and check the temperature on all the cylinders. Yeah. Okay. You know where that's at? Is it over next door?
Should be in the torque wrench. Yeah.
Robert Taylor says she'll pull like a freight train. Yep. Michael Blacktree says a 4-valve motor doesn't need as much cam as a 2-valve.
No, it doesn't.
They all flow okay without the valve.
It's gonna be in the trailer.
Okay, this thing is not charging. We're gonna lose the stream. Yeah, I do. It just won't stay
Plug
charging.
it into the wall.
Shouldn't have to.
Run to the trailer. All the
Okay. Alright, come on, phone, charge. down to 8% on my phone.
What happened? Just plug it into
It's
the
fine.
wall. You just plug it into the wall.
okay.
Plug it in.
It's
Mama
okay.
knows best.
Does she?
But you can plug it in down there. It makes sense.
Oh, hush.
Yeah, I think it was the stupid adapter thing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, stay down there.
Listen to your mama.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Listen to mama. That's what they're all saying. Mama is always right. Don't fight it. Hey, hey. She's right. Mama does know best. That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, you tune the car then.
You need to give me lessons.
Oh.
I wasn't trained in tuning. They said, we still love you, dude.
Yeah.
They still love you, sweetie.
Sure.
She's not often wrong, but she's right this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bona fide drag racer, honey, so I
Uh-huh.
know everything
Yeah,
about it.
she went to the finals in her first race. Okay, it's still charged. We're good.
Yeah, but I think he did that too.
Yeah, I did. My very first bracket race, I went to the finals and lost to a girl. In a
Well, I
Honda.
lost to a guy who
No, Toyota.
bought back in.
Yeah, you lost to a BMW. I lost to a Toyota.
Oh. Yeah, but mine bought back in.
Yeah. Well, she was a lot better. She was a lot better than me.
Well, you've never raced. She probably raced dozens of times.
Oh yeah, she had. Okay, run. Will that vacuum power any brake booster still? Yes, it will. I run the brake booster on my station wagon, and it still makes plenty of vacuum.
And then we're
Yep. Yeah, we got a good crowd. Okay, we're up to 9%. It's charging. Mama's right. Okay.
And then what do I want it to
You
be?
just want to tell Cal what it is.
Okay, better not make any sparks.
Come on. Okay, ready?
I won't.
Yes.
much of that is it leaking just from everywhere. There's a spot underneath here too.
You just have to fix the radiator. Okay, that's good. What goes in there? Oh, right. And you erase it down the track without the front.
You're trying to do that.
Yep, it looks like a good daily driver.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah, I think
good.
the idle motor is not working. Okay.
It's passes specs with the front.
Okay. Sounds floor spec to me with that side plate. Yep. Yep, you would know. You would know, Mr. Wraith.
Oh, like black tree, the burns,
Yep,
burns,
they're both Floridians.
that's good.
You go see them in 2 weeks.
I think the Wraith is going to try to pick it up.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, yeah, I think the idle motor's just not working because I tried to command it to a lower position and it didn't idle down. So pretty sure the idle motor is just misbehaving. So I'll have to figure that one out. That's always been a sort of a pain point with the Mega Squirt stuff. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, it runs good. It starts right up. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, it'll be fun to get everything configured and all the stuff working.
Where's Robert Taylor from? Where are you
He's
from, Robert?
He's from Australia.
Uh-huh.
No, he's from part of Australia, he said. But can't get away with that over here, unfortunately. Please make sure of that. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it's Melbourne. Here, Melbourne. I forget how to say it. They say
Melbourne.
Melbourne. That's how they say it, Melbourne.
Oh,
Yes.
Melbourne.
Did not know that.
Yeah, they have like cameras everywhere. Like if they drive down the road too fast, like a camera takes a picture of them and sends them a ticket.
Oh,
That's how it is in Australia. It's ridiculous.
Vermont, it's bad.
Yeah.
They crush.
well, we have that in some areas, like in Washington D.C., where they'll take a picture if you go through a red light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, in
okay.
Australia, that's everywhere.
Yeah.
How hot did it get?
Definitely has some temperature. Just leave
leave it running and see if the fans kick on. If you want.
They say here in Vermont it's bad too. I guess because the lights. The,
55 right now. Okay. Where do you have them stick? Set up. Where do you have it set up to turn on?
160.
Okay.
They're trying to get meters off the road. That's it, so.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that revs up nice.
That sounds good. Nice.
Yeah, I messed with the acceleration directions. Seemed to light up a little better.
Cool.
Yeah, I think around here, if it's 20 or 25 years old, that it's emission exempt as well.
No,
I thought it was,
1974 and older.
1974
Oh,
and older.
yeah.
Oh,
If you drive it less than 5,000 miles a year, it's emissions.
You can get it.
Oh, yes, it's less than 5,000. Is it 5,000?
5,000 miles a
Yeah,
year.
yeah, 5,000, that's right.
Yep. Cool. Well,
Alright.
any last minute questions? We're probably going to call this a live stream here in a couple minutes. Any last minute questions? I apologized earlier. I wasn't paying attention to chat as closely. I was trying to do my job and get the tune set up. So, any last minute questions, guys? Make sure this is still cool.
No, seems to be current.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
I think we're done.
Yep. So,
Yeah, that exhaust manifold definitely has a nice bark.
yep.
It's
Thanks, Chris.
If you want to support the channel, go buy yourself a t-shirt. This is one of our t-shirts. We got the Niblack 57 on the front and the Ameri-Barra Atlas Vortec4200 American 2JZ on the back. So if you want to support the channel, a good way to do that is to buy a t-shirt. I want to say thanks to everybody that donated during the stream.
yep.
Appreciate it.
t-shirts come in pink too.
Yeah, we have pink as well. Gray and pink is all we have for now. So
Smash the
yeah,
like.
smash the like button.
Share the video.
Yeah. We have Snake Eater 1500cc injectors in the car, Peter. So yeah. So next up on the car, we need to get everything buttoned up. We need to get all the lights and everything working. The horn, drive shaft, and the horn already works.
Watch yours.
Here,
You like our horn?
we got our horn. So basically a street car. But so we got quite a few things to wrap up on the car. We have 2 weeks to do it. So next weekend, hopefully we can get this car onto the dyno, and hopefully we can get the wagon onto the dyno as well. So look forward to that. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and I think we'll call out a show.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks for the support, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for all your good comments.
Thanks for the jokes.